it's not, Boo Boo. I can't even yell at you.
Maybe that's why he's so spoiled. You just can't yell at him.
Well, I used to stomp the ground, but then the one time when I stomped my ground, my computer started making a weird noise. I was like, maybe I shouldn't stomp that hard around my computer.
Nice.
So I could do like that. He's like, what the fuck? Stop licking your dick hole. Alright,
I was just enjoying some fine cuisine.
It's my favorite dessert.
I think CJ's gonna be another 30 minutes.
He said he'd be here in a minute. He said, I'll be there in a sec. At 4:59. I messaged Christian, but Christian hasn't said shit, oddly.
Christian sent me some YouTube link this morning. I didn't even look at it.
I didn't even fucking look at it. Oh, hi, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Hey.
It was from, fucking whatever the fuck. Dune. And the guy was just chanting hamburger cheeseburger instead of whatever the fuck language he was chanting.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I like that Christian just wakes up and sends us the same shit. Like, these guys are gonna fucking love this.
These guys ain't seen shit.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has been.
Quite a while.
It has been.
Hello.
Say.
Hello.
If it isn't shit, master.
Hello.
Hello, Ichin.
Happy
How's it
Hanukkah.
going?
Are all of you ready for some dank canoes?
Some dank canoes?
I like to call it dank umox.
Oh.
CJ just left.
Am?
Yes.
Fuck you.
I want to get a detailed Umox description, you see. It's for the plot, you know.
Alright, Frank Jr. takes 27 unsoakable damage.
You die. What do you want to do next?
That's kind of fail RP.
What do you mean? Fail RP? What are you talking about? That's the game, bud. You're out.
Now, is Christian tolerable, or do I just have to turn him up?
Yeah, just turn him up. You know how it is.
I know how it is, but the thing is, when I turn him up, he like turns himself up and then screams about shit and kills me.
He has too much power over his own volume.
He seems to have the opposite, I would say.
Christian makes me believe in fascism because someone else should control his fucking volume at all times.
I wish I could, honestly. I wish I just had a slider for his actual volume.
Turn him up. Let's turn him up. Down. Back down. Back down.
Just the limiter.
It should be some sort of, automatic slider.
There should be an AI that tracks your voice. Oh, he's leaning back. We gotta boost him. And then it tracks your lip proximity to your fucking microphone.
We've got guys at NASA working on the Christian voice situation right now. They fucking made a network of lasers to track his throat at all times.
Lots of mirrors and lasers.
That's the reason we haven't got to fucking Mars yet.
Yeah, Mars is right after Christian's audio problem is solved.
Christian says how he's always so broke, but his parents are actually like founders of the ICC or whatever, the ISS or whatever the fuck it is.
By the way, Elim, can you see the characters on our little screen here?
Like, what do you mean, in the middle of the screen? Which little screen?
Yeah, can you see our tokens?
No, I think I have to refresh.
Oh, yeah, good.
I still have to open 20.
Listen, I've been here for a minute, alright?
There are no tokens.
Yeah, I don't see any tokens.
You just make Elm refresh for no reason?
No, it's because, I didn't see it either, so I thought it was because of Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer.
More like Microsoft Edge.
Hell!
Well, like I'm edging.
Please.
Yeah, guys, you know,
Let it go.
something so anticlimactic happened today, alright?
Okay, we're ready.
So,
to
you know, when I got home, you know, I was so ready to get a fucking can of Dr. Pepsi, right?
Dr. Pepsi, did you just say?
Dr. Pepper, I mean.
Okay.
Dr. Pepsi, yes.
And you know, I keep it out on my balcony where it's cold, right?
Of course.
And when I finally got back to my desk, you know,
It
put
was
on my fucking favorite playlist, it was fucking Frozen.
Well, you're lucky it didn't explode.
Why do you make Bragg so fucking little? I mean, I guess it's accurate.
That's just his real height.
True.
That's just how tall he is. It's like Stuart Little. But if he was a Ferengi.
Star canoe.
He hides under my hat and tells me how to pilot.
He grabs hold of your hair and makes you do fascist fucking things.
Okay, so we were flopping around like idiots, trying to figure out what to do next.
That's what we always do, though, so that isn't so helpful.
We have so many things to do, and yet no prioritization.
I honestly
No
can't
way to
remember
do it.
what we were doing last. I can't
Okay, so
remember
You
what
guys
we
want me to give you
last
like a proper rundown because it has been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we
Alright.
get the music?
Yeah, this is my music I'm using. If anyone wants to,
Where's
you
the
know.
watch together link?
I'll make a watch fucking
No,
together.
the DM has to control the music.
Yes.
For the
No,
tone of the atmosphere.
no, I fucking don't
Tone
give
of
a
the
shit.
atmosphere.
He doesn't have a fucking soundboard. I was actually talking the other day. Actually, imagine if you if you had like a DM you were paying, but you also hired like a sound technician to just cue like the proper music and sound effects for when you're playing. How cool would that be?
That would be
Or actually, this is actually the same video I've been watching.
Perfect.
You guys had the same ambiance?
Yeah,
At
that's
3 hours 20 minutes, you can hear Geordie scream "fuck" from the warp core. It's great. Remember that?
It's my favorite part. It always wakes me up. Watch Together is being weird, so you can just go to that link.
I don't even see a link.
It's in the general chat of the.
Yeah.
I see a man kissing. Oh, I see that. I see that now.
You
Okay.
see the man kissing.
I'm like
What
looking
makes
for
you-
this men kissing. Honestly, where does he see this in the
Close
crowd?
Pornhub.
Yeah, stop beating off for 2 seconds.
Look in your general on Discord. It's a man kissing from Boo.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, no, alright, fair enough. Right, so, you guys are on the new, trading lane. In the Shackleton Expanse, you are, charged with trying to get to the middle of the Expanse, the Lacuna Void, to take over the Tiniad Hive, which is like a giant space dock full of moth people.
Too far back. Okay.
No, I know. I'm getting there. Don't worry. After a turbulent experience with a pocket universe full of time, you ended up with Bragg Jr. and came and starved essentially for a few days until you came to a station called the
Days,
Rockery.
More like 80 days.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad time.
Except for me, I was fine.
Yeah, you were fine. The Rockery is a giant Orion space station, a hyper-capitalist fucking capital in the stars that used to be part of an old Tinian facility that got destroyed, was scavenged by a bunch of guerrilla men called the EVI, and then was taken over by the Orions in a bloody coup, essentially. You've been doing a lot of shit on this station. Like, you got a bunch of you got like 6 automatic drones full of heavy, equipment and a lot of materials like dilithium, because you guys opened the questing door.
Oh yeah, shit, that's true.
You met gorilla men who asked you to rob a bank with them to help them cover a attempted breakout of slaves at the arena.
Fuck, we have to do that right now, don't we?
No, it's during the race.
No, during the race?
They've actually sent you messages that they want to do this before the race.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Blast.
Before the race. Wait, maybe we can convince them.
Ugh.
I'm
You
continue, sorry.
also saved a Tinian named Fabiran, who was a zoo exhibit and was dosed with a bunch of radiation that you think probably killed Keratin and a lot of the other fucking Tinians on the hive.
I look at his shoes.
Yeah, what
You
kind of
do
shoes
know.
is he?
You discover that he is the bad guy shoes.
Those bad guy shoes, you can just see it with your robot eyes. You're like, shit, this is a bad guy shoes right there.
That's how Star Trek works.
He's wearing $12,000 Jordans. Okay, these are collectible shoes, and he's just wearing them. You can see that they're dirty. This guy's insane.
Stop using the Wu-Tang fucking soap opera method. Anyways.
He's wearing shoes made of the Wu-Tang album, sold to that Shrekky guy. You also got a dude named the Rail to reach out to you, Itchy, specifically because the Rail is a completely psychopathic Sung android who is working out his inner
Good guy.
anger problems by murdering people in the arena, but he can't get himself a job because every time he tries to talk to any organic, he wants to murder them. So he's asked you to use your amazing social skills, your huge social skills, to go in, pretend to be him, and get him a patron.
Can we all just please agree that the reason why Clank Thunderson is the way he is because he has some shitty malware from 2009?
Listen, that'll be find out IC, bro.
Yeah, why you gotta be so
I see,
meta?
bro.
Find out IC.
And finally, tying this all together is the 42nd Vanul Grand Primo
Hell yeah.
in celebration of the 112th year of running this station.
We're the fastest motherfuckers that ever lived, that's why.
Zealot Ufix has a race set out that if Elam hears one more fucking thing about, he's gonna lose it and take a laser scalpel to as many people in the street as possible.
Why do you even want to join it?
Because we're the fastest motherfuckers that ever lived.
That's why. Puts on glasses.
You guys went to check out the competition, and a couple of Ferengi tried to convince you to make everybody else lose so that they could win.
We tried to convince the Orions, was it? Or no,
They're Romulans.
Romulans.
So
yeah.
you ended up talking to the Romulans, and through the vicious tactic of having a conversation with you, you're now working alongside the Romulans, possibly.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
We are so many layers deep.
As far as they know.
You talk to Kusig. You have one of his swords, actually, a chrono duplicate version of one of his own cane swords
That he very much wants.
And you thought about either trading it for anything or trading it for him losing the race on purpose. And you talked to you didn't actually talk to the Orion pilot at all,
I
or
didn't.
Hubix about the race.
Yeah, but actually, I think didn't I talk at Speeder to get his pilot or something? Not
To whom?
not the Twink Boy, you know.
I'm
but
refilling my
the-
drink really quick.
Hubris, own, pilots.
I don't think you did. I don't think anyone talked to him.
No, alright. Yeah, no, so who was the guy then that I talked to? The robot guy?
Oh, that was Horizon. He's
Horizon,
the
yeah.
pilot for Cusick.
Yeah, I talked to him. We tried to convince him to join our team, but then he talked with a fucking snarky ass voice.
And I think that's pretty much everything, catching you all up onto everything that's happening. when Elm sits down again, I'll fucking swing into what's happening. Like in the scene, in media res.
Wow, that's so cool, you know.
That's
You
pretty
guys
cool,
settle into your characters again.
Mm.
So where were we in
I
the
didn't know-
exact moment? We were where were we standing? Just in the shopping area, trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
You were heading towards the arena.
Oh right. Okay, so I was gonna do that thing for that guy with the rail. What are you guys up to?
When we last riding with Hubris to the arena? Or were we standing out there?
Yeah.
You guys. I think you weren't riding with Hubix. I think you guys were just heading towards the arena.
I think, yeah, because we were fighting about eating street tacos or something. And,
Yeah, and then I tried to talk to this man, to tell him that.
yeah, and then CJ broke down.
Oh,
Yeah, I tried to sell this guy my ebook about self-improvement.
I did break down, didn't I? I did start screaming at you, why am I running this game?
It was
And
exactly
I was
like that.
crying and I drank a bottle.
Yeah, he flipped his whole computer that day.
I set fire or something.
I think he said a Scandinavian slur, actually. I didn't even know those existed until that point.
I'm
Schnort.
pretty sure you told us you took out the main support beam at the bottom of your house with a sledgehammer. Just out of
No consequences from that, by the way. Wait a minute. Hearing a
Just a
creaking
little
suddenly?
Anyway, I think that is mostly it. We were just trying to converse with all these motherfuckers. TJ's trying to keep us away from our spaceship because we'll just sit in there and chill with the monkey people all day.
Actually, fuck it. You guys are in your ship. You guys wanted to go check out the fucking
Monkey place.
Arena after we freshened up.
yeah, arena. You guys have decided to settle around your ship. Move yourself
For
wherever you want.
wandering the streets for days without returning to our ship, just arguing about what to do. No one slept or showered or ate except for the street taco endeavor.
Let me move some shit around.
That was an embargo, thank you.
An embargo.
Or so can I go into the monkey people and do like this crazy?
The monkey. I think the monkey people are engineering.
Not that you would know that.
Can I meta them to find where they are?
Yeah, you can press Z and see them through the walls.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Thank
What's,
God.
what's his
Using my
Steam name? I focus on him. What's his Steam name?
Alright, so that Z thing, I just want to say that's not meta. Like, my game is turned down. I would
That's
hear
literally
people.
meta.
I would hear people, you know what I'm saying, moving around or something sometimes if they're upstairs, alright? So I'm not gonna say it's meta, alright?
It is meta.
These monkey people are big and clumsy, Christian. I'm sure you heard them drop something when you were hitting Z, alright?
Anyways,
They're
I want
actually
to go
very
in-
deaf
I
and
want to go in-
quiet.
I want to go into it and do this, you know, do this, you know, crazy as a fucking handshake, you know, with Ginger Man in there.
Oh no! I start hallucinating vividly.
Yep.
Oh,
Let's see what else we can do here.
He goes, oh no.
That'll do. Elm, if you want to put yourself somewhere, you can.
Oh yeah. I'm in control of my own life, I forgot.
yeah, because I want to speak to them or something.
Elm, you're over here. You don't have.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought, you know.
You know. All right, so we'll start with Bragg Jr. Bragg, you wander into engineering and you see the three Eva Eye are crouched over the holographic projector that engineering has. There's like a very huge industrial 4D timeline projection in this room for how to build like various vehicles and stuff like that.
Ah, well. So is this for the bank robbery and all that?
Yeah, it actually seems like they are planning out a heist right now on the machine, but it's not for the bank robbery. This one is for a bunch of slave pens hidden underneath the arena.
Before Christian goes off on his spiels about bank robbery, I just want to say about True Meta that the monkeys only told me about it, I believe, and I haven't told anyone else about it yet.
I call
I was
Elman to the room.
I wasn't gonna ask about the bank.
I think you walk in and they immediately turn around and slam like a huge monkey paw over an emitter to make it all vanish, and I go, "Oh yeah, hey, yo,
But anyway,
hey."
so I was walking this really cheeky style, right? And pretend to do this fancy ass handshake, right?
God.
Yeah.
And they give you the secret EVI handshake.
Yes.
I can't even describe it to you. It's so secret.
And Mulligan.
Don't ask me to.
Mulligan. Mulligan.
Yeah,
Boomer.
Yeah,
Boomer.
yeah.
Beaver remotes.
yeah.
Yeah. So. As you probably know, which I'm most likely sure that you know, we're gonna be participating in the race, don't you? Yes. So I'm just wondering, right? Just out of curiosity, is there any fancy monkey business you can do to make our shuttle a little bit faster?
Asking these random urchin monkey scavengers that we
Hey, they've
met.
been on a Tinian fucking orbiting
that's fair.
station for a long
If
time.
they, if they know any parts, if they know any parts, if they know, cool secrets or anything like that.
Yeah, we could boom story. Yeah, we could fix it up a bit, give it a tune up, get it running nice and smooth. We noticed that the antimatter that you supplied it with, while it's a good grade, sort of not reacted very well with the system. A couple magnetic field
What do you mean?
resonator changes.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just
Explain yourself.
it's just a higher grade than the Tiniads usually work with.
So are you saying we need to buy more expensive anti-material now?
No, I like just the matrix, the resonant
So,
gravity matrix.
what are you complaining about then?
When I'm not, you asked me to do a tune-up for your fucking ship, and then you come in here, start screaming at me about me trying to help your ship. What the fuck is this?
I'm not screaming, right?
You
Calm down.
Screaming.
Calm down.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you can hear raised voices now on the engineering section.
I'm gonna walk in and see what the fuck is going on. Little man, what's happening? What's happening?
I look to the ground and little trap my shoe and say like nothing.
I look over to Mulligan.
Mulligan's patting Boomer on the shoulder softly while Boomer's like pouting.
What happened, Boomer? What's going on, guys? Come on.
Nothing. Boomer just a little sensitive. He's fine. We're doing a favor.
No. What did Bragg say? Bragg, what'd you say? Huh?
So I was just. It's
Bragg.
nothing.
Bragg.
I was just asking them, alright? If they
Asking
had
them
any. If they had any ideas, how to make this ship go a little bit faster, or if they know any special places we could go to get some improved parts, because you have to agree, this is a pretty old ship, on a shuttle, right?
Well, it's still pretty good, I think. Come on, you're a good pilot. You've flown this thing around, right? How's it feel? Could he get a DM, how does it feel to him compared to his experience of flying other ships?
Well,
the shuttle, sorry,
Yeah,
the Carotene
yeah.
number 1, as you call it.
Sure, yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
We named it.
So
We named the ship Keratin.
It was your idea.
Computer, it's
you
great.
called it the Carotene number 1.
can you call it the Carotene 1 instead?
It's too late.
Anyways, so Bragg, does this feel faster than most of the ships you're used to?
Well,
So Bragg, let me fill you in on this before you start fucking Shanghaiing the world as it exists. So, Bragg, you're used to flying Ferengi shuttles sometimes and Ferengi ships, and Ferengi ships are actually pretty fast because they're trader vessels. You think the Tinian shuttle is pretty goddamn fast. It's not the fastest shuttle that you've ever been in, but it's good. The Tinian are very good engineers, and they have applied themselves to this ship.
So, Clanko, right? This is a really good ship, alright? But it isn't, Ferengi top A tier,
Well, do these boys have experience building even faster ships than this is? And I
Well,
look to them.
The Ferengis we do, but I was just asking them,
Not you,
alright?
the people you're asking to improve the ship. Do they have experience, working on ships of this like level?
No, but they have been there a pretty long time. They've probably seen a lot of ships.
Well, then I think maybe it would be a little out of their comfort zone for you to ask them something they're not familiar with at all that you are.
Fine, then. I'm sorry, Mulligan.
It's all right.
Do you want us to do the tune-up or not? Says Bruno out loud.
Yes.
If you think that, I mean, do you have experience working on stuff of this level? Do you think you're capable, or is it risky?
Yeah, well, I mean, the teenage technology is sort of in our blood at this point, even if we can't really access it like you guys can.
Oh. Well, all right. I mean, sure. I mean, if you need anything accessed, let me know.
Yeah, we'll ask Carotene. He's been real helpful.
Oh, yeah. You mean computer? Just call him computer. The ship is called Carotene, boys.
Oh, that's confusing. Yeah, all right. We'll call him computer.
Yeah.
But please, alright, tell me, just write down, a price list, alright, and a shopping list, if you need one.
Well, no, we can do it. We're very good at jury rigging things. That's what salvaging is all about. That's who we are in our blood.
Alright, excellent.
They look at you sort of expectantly.
Yeah, I did the same thing to them.
Buzzing Elam aggressively.
Anyways, I'm gonna go and do some. I'm gonna go to my logs now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Take care now.
You do.
Yeah.
Medical reporting.
Get in here.
I just spent all that time pacing, wondering where the Tiniad went.
You immediately see two of them in the corner right in the back here.
Oh, that's where they went.
What are our priorities? Also, do you see that man over there? And I point straight in front of me.
So this is the view screen, right? This little console right here, and there's a big holographic screen hanging over in the air, and behind it there's a vague humanoid black shape sort of stood there looking at you. Crank, just sort of like a fuzzy. You don't really see them. Just black shape of a man sort of stood there.
Can I see him?
Do you see anything?
No, you don't see shit.
I don't see him. All right. So
I was just making sure, testing your sanity. Anyways, what are our priorities going forward?
Our priorities. Well,
priorities. What do we need to get done first? What do you know?
It seems you're pretty hard set on this race.
Well, yes. I'm just saying, is the race the next thing we need to do? Is there anything we need to do before the race? And I stare at him really hard and expectingly.
There is one thing I might have to take care of before the race starts.
And I'm gonna say, could we speak in private in the back room?
Of course. And I just walk with him into the meeting room. I try to
I sit in the chair.
I try to glance at some, look at the Tiniad, see what the fuck is he doing? Is he just digging into our files? Is there anything specific I can see? Are the chairs too neat?
Fibrin and Carotene are talking in a chirping native Tinian language.
All right. Damn it.
Which the universal translator isn't picking up. It doesn't understand how they've sort of gone into a deep subcoda of the way they can talk to one another.
Son of a bitch.
But you are watching, and Carotene is pointing at a screen, and it's coming up with images, and he's describing them to Fibrin, who Fibrin's nodding along, and it looks like Fibrin's being tutored essentially.
Fucking hentai.
And Fibrin is just trying to fill him in. He actually turns to look at Elam as you guys both go into the what used to be the ready room, but is now the home of the EVI scavengers.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I offer him, like, a nice Cardassian sarcastic smile. I am better than him.
Clank, you move into this room, you sit down in one of these chairs, and you definitely feel like the musty smell of free-grown gorilla men who refuse to live anywhere else. And in the corner of the room, turned away from you, is a shadowy black figure, vaguely humanoid.
I just stare into that corner the whole time. Even while Owen comes in and sits down, I just am staring into that corner.
It doesn't move.
Alright, I'm just waiting for Elmer to sit down. He sits down next to
Right
me.
next to you, yeah, we're talking, yeah. I'm a Cardassian, bud. I put my hand right on his knee.
Yeah. I get our knees, like, our knees are touching, like, kneecap to kneecap.
I may have, or have not, agreed to help, let's say, a diversion for a possible uprising for our stowaway friends.
Well, I can't be hearing anything about that. It seems like my ear sensors turned off then, but since you're not part of Starfleet, how about I put you on this one while we go do the race? You don't seem too hot about the race anyways. I think you can handle this. They just need the right direction.
Sadly, I think this has to happen before the race, and I might need someone of your stature for help.
You need my help, huh? Well,
Think
I do
about
have
it.
this disguise and this other man's reputation that I'm free to ruin, or at least increase his infamy. I mean, I'm sure I'll still get a sponsor after I do this. And I pull out the neutronium rod and the fucking helmet. And I'm like, yeah. So the rail wants me to go get him a sponsor, in the arena. But
a sponsor in the arena, you say?
But I can just wear this and, you know, if I'm wearing this, they'll think I'm the rail. He's kind of famous.
So I don't even have to talk you into this with you just saying something about being a Starfleet officer? You're just on board?
Oh shit, actually, you know what? I forgot about that, and I stare into the corner, and I try to recall whether I've violated the Prime Directive in our journey at any point.
You have not, so far, technically speaking. The Prime Directive is about not interfering with other civilizations, especially ones that are...
Have I broken any Starfleet rules so far in this type of mission?
Oh, probably, yeah, a ton of them. Like, a fucking ton of them, but, like, you have the leeway to do that. There's a reason they chose you to come along and help out in this mission, and not, like, another Starfleet personnel.
So because the people here have warp, they're not like a fucking pre-warp species or anything. I know that this has nothing to do with the Prime Directive. I'm just breaking little shitty rules.
You're just breaking local laws, or like civic rules, rather than you're breaking like huge directives. If ever the Prime Directive comes up, I will literally stop the game and turn to you and say, Itchy.
Oh, okay.
This is the Prime.
The text box pops up. You're about to kill a main character.
You're about to introduce machine guns into a tribal society. Are you sure you want to do that?
Is this an error? So I sit there for a second with my eyes just like whipping up and down,
in
like
the
as
corner.
I'm just processing.
Okay.
And then I'm like,
ghost.
I'm in.
Very Picard of you.
I'm in.
Very Picard of you. The Provisional Irish Republic Army would be proud.
I don't know what that means.
Of course you don't,
on.
my positronic friend. He just dons the helmet as I
Alright, I need a different set of clothes, I think, too, right? I mean, he gave me his clothes, right? In the bag?
Yeah, he gave you a change of outfit.
Okay, I put on his whole outfit, so I look exactly... Can I get a player model that I can control that looks like the rail now?
You motherfucker, I was literally just about to dump that out onto the...
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He is now the rail.
Will we ever visit, the... Will we ever visit, the alternate, mirror universe where we can see normal Clank, content BJ?
I can't move it yet.
1 second. There you go. Try me again now.
So as he dons the helmet and he starts hearing me in that muffled voice, or whatever through the metal, should we go over a plan, or do you have this all figured out, Mr. Blade?
I instantly want to kill every living thing as soon as I put on the outfit.
He's a method actor.
You do not. You are the same person. But the shadowy, ghostly figure in the corner of the room is gone.
Nice, nice. I put a mask on and hid from my feelings. That's great.
So would you like to discuss this plan, or?
Let's get the little goblin boy in on it, and let's go.
I hit my chest. Meeting room to BJ.
Yes.
Could you report to the ready room, please?
Why?
Why not?
Busy doing something here, right?
I just click it off. All right, okay, so the plan.
I perfectly reproduce an amazing Ferengi song just with my mouth.
Ferengina, lift me up where we belong.
Alright.
Well, I bet they love power ballads.
It's been a long day getting from here to there.
Thank you. Welcome.
So you walk in, Clank Bunderson's gone, replaced by a psychopath in a helmet, and there's Elam.
And also, Jason, do you think you can make my character a little bit smaller? Just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, that's too big. He looks taller than us.
There you go.
So, PJ, there's something that we might need your expertise for.
Oh. Alright.
We plan on acquiring...
Wait.
Yes.
And I put my hand... Is there a button on the table? I put my hand on a button on the table and I say, Boomer, Mulligan, and
In Star Trek, Itchy, in a Star Trek, usually there's a little pin you keep on your chest that you smack. But I'm sure maybe it's in a Tinian shuttle. They have buttons on the table. I'm just saying. All right, I'm
wearing a disguise. I don't have my
with a Starfleet badge on it. Is all I'm saying.
So this room is definitely now full of human beings and various other creatures.
Are there enough chairs? Are there enough chairs?
There is enough chairs, but they're built for Tinian-sized creatures. So
actually, is there also supposed to be a couch in here?
no, they left the couch out in the replicator room.
Ugh. It's their dinner table.
But in fact, they do have to as they come in, Boomer is just like, oh, excuse me, fuck it, and just lifts the table up and pushes it against the wall directly, so he gets a few more feet. And he squeezes in here, and the others join him as well. And I'm like, yeah, how can we help you, boss?
I'm just sitting there smiling.
We need to start planning. The plan happens when? Now? You want to go do that plan now?
Oh, right. So, yeah.
It was actually a boss. What do you need my help with?
We're gonna rob a bank.
Oh, cool.
Yep. All right. So what's the plan? The Goblin Boy should be a distraction.
Excuse me, who's
I'll
Goblin
do
Boy?
any sort of muscle. I'll do violence.
So there's a how do you call it? Completely fucking cybernetic all the way to the fucking gills. Gorn, a slave to. Okay, a slave to Vesa, who has he's the main money holder for the entirety of the gambling sort of the gambling that happens on the station. So a bunch of runners will go out and get the bookies all prepared, and they'll have money on hand, and then when they need to, they'll take all the money and bank it with him.
I put up a finger and I look over at Elm and I say, Gorn, weaknesses. What are they?
I bring up my medical tricorder.
Hell yeah, time for a roll, boys.
Woo!
This is gonna be woo. It's gonna be medicine plus reason.
And focus and xenobiology.
Yeah, I do have a focus on xenobiology.
Kitchen range 1.
Oh.
Task roll 2.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, son.
I've researched lots of Gorn.
2 successes. You know Gorn are a little slower than most creatures. A little bit more reliant on heat and cold.
Could I make one more singular dice task roll with the focus on cybernetics to try to comprehend the possible like compatible implants that would actually help? Oh, hi, Moon.
I don't think you need to. I think you cover it in this role as well.
Okay,
because so they give you some basic description of Goldclaw. They say that his most of his fucking skull went missing.
Ooh.
When he was a
hatchling,
a combatant, ascendant in the arena. Ooh. And his head got crushed essentially. I think he was one of the first victims for the rail. Like the rail came in, picked up that rod, and then just used it to like bash his brains out. And never want to get rid of like a useful body. Hubix and his patron, the woman who controls the entire station, Vessa, who you haven't met yet, they filled him with cybernetics, like computerized brain almost, and left him to take care of the bank.
But also, yes, isn't also Gorn like really slow when it comes to making decisions as well.
Well, this might help that out a lot. The cybernetic implants.
Yeah, he's a little quicker on the uptake of that, but they also talk about like most people find him disquieting now. He's a real weirdo.
I just kind of hand Itchy the tricorder and just show him like it just comes up with the readings of its weak spots.
Kind of slow. Is there anything more? Can I disable his cybernetics in some way? I don't know if I could fight this guy.
I also bring up the data pad again, the tricorder, and I bring up like I try to put it on our view screen in the middle of the TV or whatever, or the middle of the table. The layout of the area of the bank and all that too. Sorry. No, there's monkey people with us, Biggs.
So he does not have any scheduled fights. He no longer fights at all. He's retired from the arena. He spends every day practically just living in a small box room, controlling money going in and controlling money going out.
But so anyways.
But besides
and that, what did you say, Elm? Sorry.
On my tricorder, I'm bringing up on the display in the table like the layout of the bank in a sense, like whatever data we have available to like the street front shop, and possibly if our crew has any details about the interior of the bank, unless it's just a small singular box.
This is what you have as like your plans. This is what the even eye scavengers were able to collect. There's a hallway out it's like a back alley for the arena. It's right at like the rear of the arena.
Alright.
There is a side area that is not marked by anything. It's got like a couple of fucking giant trash cans in it. And it has a door in it, which has a sort of like book. You know those book returning slots?
Yeah.
Where you like slide them open, dump your stuff in, close them, and then it dumps the stuff inside. That's what's going on there. Like it's dumping the... Yeah, for Latinum. People come, dump the Latinum in, close it, it goes in, and Goldclaw moves it into a room in the back, because all they know has been reported.
Alright.
Anything else has been kept under lock and key. No one ever goes in here.
Can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Right, so what if we slide him some ladders? What if we slide in some gold pressed latinum, right? But in one of these, bars, we can hide, either a camera or some sort of scanner in it to scan the room on the inside.
We need to check for detectors or jammers first before we can do that.
Well, I guess we have to decide how reckless do we actually want to be. Does our little Ferengi friend wish to seek much profit and procure this? Or could we simply slide a bomb into this chute and have the job be done?
I don't think it'll be so easy, though. It'll probably be some security there.
There's probably already scanners in place to look for recording devices within the Latinum, so we'd have to hide its signature.
Can Latinum be easily destroyed by explosives?
It's no more flammable or destructible. Yeah, it is a liquid, so you might be trying to destroy it and end up like just splashing a room full of this precious liquid that they'll just be able to recollect later.
Well, this is like a really busy area. If we were to blow a hole in said area, who's to say it couldn't be a free for all for people trying to rush in and just take some free profit?
Well, it's going to be in liquid form, so
that's not exactly true. Why would it be in liquid form? Well, I don't think it's going to explode enough to turn it all into liquid. I'm not aiming to liquefy the latinum.
Let me show
if you want to blow up a cybernetic Gorn, you're gonna liquefy some fucking gold, bud.
Okay, well, there's still more to be had. Sorry.
Gold press. We'll start with a brick. A gold press brick looks like sort of like this, right in the corner over here. The brick itself is fucking worthless. It is just like gold. Yeah. It's just packed gold. Gold. No one uses gold. Who gives a shit about
stupid.
Gold? Gold's fucking common. The actual latinum is like this. It is a dot in the middle of the brick of liquid. Latinum in its base state is liquid. So if you destroy all of the like exterior money, then there's just like a pool of liquid that they might be able to like reclaim. It wouldn't even be
pure. It would be gold liquid. It would be molten gold mixed with that.
But latinum itself is unreactive, so it doesn't really form bonds with anything else. So you can make a bunch of like, you could basically just make a huge puddle of latinum, which they will scoop up and just be like, well, we lost a Gorn, but who cares?
We couldn't collect that liquid, could we? Maybe if we had a liquid collection. So this would be a crazy plan, but we could drop a large bomb in there. I'm sure we could buy the supplies to make a large bomb. We could drop a very large bomb in there and blow up the Gorn and liquefy everything, potentially liquefy everything, and we could bring some method for liquid recollection.
Or maybe perhaps there's some way we can turn a liquid latinum into mist or something, boil it.
I'm just looking at this android who is impersonating a fucking serial killer in a sense.
I could just open the door and so I have another plan, okay? So
there's no door.
I open the door. Wait, what?
It's just a chute. It's a book return chute. That's it. There's no door.
How did the Gorn get in there?
We don't know. There's a back door somewhere.
There is a door. Let me take you back to the.
Listen, I'll go right in the door.
So you see that? This here?
Yeah.
That's the door.
Oh, I thought that was the book return.
No, there is a book return right next to it.
Alright.
Also, Boomer, Mulligan, and Remote sort of lean forward, and Boomer says, listen, we don't want an explosion going off, because we're going to try and get the slaves out. We want a distraction. We want officers to go running around, or, the gangs to be confused, and maybe to hit a few other gangs that they think would be dumb enough to rob. If you make an explosion go off, the security for the arena will turn on, and then we'll be fucked.
All right. So, people,
you guys need disguises if you're going to be involved at all. Or
I've been thinking, right? The last big distraction that happened at the station was when we entered the quest store, right? The entire arena was watching.
Yeah, it actually would have been pretty great as a distraction. However,
yes, but would it be able to do that again?
What, open the question door again?
No, because Hubrick said he would kill us if we ever went back there.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them would, be distracted, or we could use some sort of drone, or we could use some sort of
drone. You say, and I look at him and I say, we have some drones. Perhaps we could crash them into the station.
BJ, you're thinking more of my language.
Gold, says Boomer out loud, looking horrified.
And I look at him and I say, do you want a distraction?
I look at BJ. I look at BJ while they're bitching about this, and I ask BJ, do you have any interests or hobbyist skills with cybernetics?
Oh, well, only when it comes to energy, really.
What about tinkering? And I look over at Clank as well, and our monkey boys.
I mean, I am a friend.
So
the best in the entire quadrants.
So hypothetically,
I look around nervously.
Hypothetically speaking,
Hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically, none of this is real.
Go on.
Now, if we were to try to infiltrate some kind of gangster's bank or money laundering scheme, it would only seem to reason that they would have some kind of protocols or scanners in the sense to deter such actions. What if we did create spider drones, like you're saying, little autonomous kind of the big spiders that we could match to kind of fit in, let's say 3 little drones that looks like a brick of latinum. And what if we make it out of just gold? What if we make these drones out of gold, hold on, to surpass the security system? But what if we also equipped these drones with some kind of siphon? What if we can build an energy source, like you're saying, that might bypass the security channel, and we can actually siphon this latinum out of each bar with these drones? And then they can either the drones can be programmed to either escape or to scatter to cause confusion.
Alright, so
I will threaten the Gorn.
I have another idea. I have another idea how to create, mass distraction, right?
Well, we don't need mass destruction. We need mass attention aversion.
I said mass distraction.
Distraction. All right, I'm sorry.
My good spoonhead friend.
This son of a bitch.
Sorry, right?
I left the game by accident. That was more racial than anything I have ever. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what they say, right?
You do ought to be careful, though, Christian. That could be a very terrible actual slur against the big C.
What the?
I'm serious. It was a Vietnamese term. Anyways.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Think I'm lying. Look it up. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, anyways, as I was saying before, you completely threw me off.
I apologize, BJ, my sweet friend.
You are welcome. Anyways, right, so what I was thinking, not mass destruction, but mass distraction. Alright, so I've been thinking, alright, what if you somewhat, alright, can, get self-replicating, latinum bars, only the bars, but not the latinum.
Well, yeah, you can't replicate latinum.
Yeah, and then
we need to get off the ship.
We're planning. We're huddling in the ship.
I think these plans are not getting us anywhere.
I'm pissing. I'm pissing.
Or Clank, alright? Or so I can't breathe in there with you. You positronic Kellingbrain, alright? There's
and
like
I look at him.
7, 8 of us.
The rail beat this Gorn's brain out with this very rod.
But what then? You're beaten the Gorn and open, alright? Then what?
If I open the door and point my rod at him and tell him to step aside, perhaps he will step aside.
And then what, once you are inside?
We will recover the latinum and leave. Come on, I mean, it's supposed to be a distraction, but you could at least
but what about you and his forces? I mean, do you want to die in the process?
Oh, I think I'll be alright.
Do you want to be sent to the scrapyard and be used for the next?
Listen, people are going to be very afraid of the rail. My attempts to intimidate people should be quite biased towards success. The rail, I mean, people have seen this man right here carrying this rod, do some crazy shit in the arena, okay? So, I think it'll be alright.
But the thing is that, I would also... And what about the rest of us? What would we do?
That's what I'm thinking. If you're gonna do something here, you need to have a disguise or make a distraction in a way that's not gonna be like immediately drawn to you. You know what I mean? Or like I don't know. Because if we could get someone to distract Kubricks so that he doesn't, come and start blasting us with all his people. It might help.
Well, do you do it well? Does anybody have any idea how to do that?
Someone just
Ooh.
needs to distract him somehow. Oh wait, we could potentially also use this distraction and create a second distraction at the same time by sabotaging the other ships. You could go to the other ships at the race and put the discs into them.
I also suggest we host a dance-off.
Yes, a dance-off, right?
It sort of leans forward and says, Elam, that plan you had was a really good one. It's just that it's a great one if we didn't want anyone to know that someone had been nicked and that there was a problem that needed a bunch of people going, because you'd get the platinum, but there wouldn't be any, like, threat to anyone.
Well, that's why I suggest that we have the plan purposely go wrong, and if they get noticed...
Or what if you do, the race and the bank robbery exactly the same time?
The race isn't gonna be today. We wanted to do this before the race. There's gonna be a big fucking swanky party for Hubix and a bunch of other fellas. They're looking for additional. They're looking for additional arena fighters around about this time. So that's what we're using. We're gonna, while they're prepping for the party, you guys can hit the bank. We'll hit the arena, get as many slaves out as possible. And then they'll have their party, and before anyone tells them anything, you don't disturb a fucking boss during his party, we should be able to get out of here.
Well, you know who knows what to do exactly right now?
Oh, ooh.
Imala.
Okay, I think I should threaten the Gorn. This exact man beat that Gorn's brain out with this exact rod. If I pointed at him and say, step aside, maybe.
And if a whole criminal organization corners you somewhere?
I'll start swinging my rod around. Like I said, the public here is used to watching this very man beat many things to death with this very rod. The rail is the best fucking arena fighter.
Yeah, but what if you get into the fight, right?
One head. Listen, if I chop off one head with this neutronium rod, okay, I'll go for the weakest guy. Just chop off one head with this neutronium rod, and people are gonna instantly, rethink fighting the rail.
And are you absolutely sure that the Gorn won't fight you back, since it has nothing to live for other than just sitting in a dark room for the rest of its days?
If he does fight me back, I'll just have to beat him.
Might I add a suggestion?
Sure.
Might you go beat this Gorn? Let's say however you do it, you probably rip the door off with your immense positronic strength, and you rip him out of the room. Might we give you a, what the fuck were the monkey people just using to cloak their ship parts?
The Eva Eye?
Yeah, well, is that just like a cloaking device?
Cloak their ship parts? What are you
I thought
they were hiding.
I thought you said they hit something and it kind of cloaked the parts they were doing for the bank robbery when Christian walked in.
They just turned off.
Oh, they were using the hologram projector in here.
Oh, all right. Okay, all right. Actually, oh fuck, that's future technology.
I mean, in worst case, we could ask the Romulans to just borrow some cloaking technology.
Wait a minute. What if we ask the Romulans to do this?
Shut the fuck up.
You think the Romulans would rob this bank?
No.
Oh, actually.
Is there a way we could cloak or somehow make the latinum hidden so that when Clank is attacking this man, if there's any other thugs, they think that the profits have also been stolen, causing kind of an uproar?
We only think that what's his name is in there, Goldclaw. We don't think that there's nobody else in there. So,
or what if you get my cousins to rob the bank for us?
Boomer, Mulligan, and Rumbo are looking very concerned now. They're looking at one another.
I love that Romulans and Ferengi.
Trying to get anyone else to do it.
I look towards Boomer and them, and I ask is is there any kind of holographic projectors or anything close enough to the bank's proximity to where we could maybe cloak the latinum, making people think it was stolen for a short time, to cause an uproar and possibly a search for latinum, averting attention from the arena?
No,
I have.
We might have also overstated this job. We do have other people doing other similar hits like this across the station to try and prepare us for the arena. And if you guys don't feel comfortable doing it, then we can.
I have an idea.
Okay.
What if we have somebody pose as, we'll get a golf cart or something, and we'll fill it up with fake gold pressed latinum. All right, and we will have them drive away from the scene. We will never interact with the Gorn, and we'll make a big show of it. And we could even have others. There's no law enforcement on this place, is there?
No.
What if we call Hubix to tell him that somebody appears to have robbed the place, and we could have somebody drive away and be caught driving away.
Hubris will probably walk in and count the money that isn't stolen whatsoever and be like, I don't know what I mean. It looks suspicious, but fuck, we're fine.
Also, we're relying on people not calling Hubix when he, okay. We want him to be at the party looking for his next big, arena.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
let's just go with the door ripping off beating plan then.
Or in the worst case, we could distract Hubris by ordering him like 100.
No, he's already at the party.
Hundreds
we don't need to distract him.
We can keep him away, right? By sending him 100 for goddamn, Orion slave girls.
BJ, I think what we should do is let Clank rip the doors off and beat this man to death, and maybe you should call your cousins and let them know they have an opportunity to possibly make profit by going in through said door when someone is ripped out.
That way you don't get caught. They'll think that rail
then if they get caught, they will be removed from the race, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
But they might be executed though.
That's a risk they're willing to take for the latinum. I'm sure there's some code.
Right, give us one of those great codes.
There's a gorilla paw raising in the air slightly.
It's fine. It's the rule of acquisition 47.
We already have Ozap and Gaint doing something.
Oh, what are they doing?
They sort of look between themselves and look at you guys and we're open to make this. You guys not know from one another.
Get Gaint right, or Sap on the whole screen right now.
If they already have them working for them, maybe we should get someone else.
It doesn't matter, right? This is more important. Get him on right now.
I have an idea. The rail. I could ask the actual rail I could first of all taunt him with the fact that the opponent whose brain he bashed out still lives, and 2, tell him that maybe I'll only do the sponsor thing if he goes and beats this Gorn to death. We'll get the rail to do it.
And what if you get the rail to, I don't know, maybe dress up as somebody else?
No, the rail will dress up as the rail. It will be fine. Let me go talk to the rail.
The 3 of them look at one another and then shrug. This is sure.
So I take off the I'm so sorry, CJ. You can just put him in the corner for now. I take off the uniform, put it back into the bag. All right, boys, I'm going to speak with the rail.
I give myself a hyper shot
to do that.
Oh, wait a minute, I could call the rail.
Boom, boom.
You could just call the rail.
The rail is a real intense guy. You gotta meet him in person, alright? It's an Android thing.
Actually, yeah, I can't have any risk of it being, caught on comms or anything. I'm going to see the rail. Is there any way I can guarantee a secure communication to the rail?
Yes, with a you can try and encrypt your open communications line when you open the hailing frequencies.
Comms boy, come do comms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Come do the comms.
What?
Come do the comms.
Well, I love how tiny Frank is.
or so he's actually struggling to get on the ship, though. Get. He actually has to push climb up.
Communications, you will be rolling control plus engineering assisted by the ship's communication plus engineering.
Alright, so how the fuck do I do that? Oh, yeah.
You have to roll the ship on the ship's.
Actually, could one of you roll for the ship while he rolls for his control plus engineering? It was one single dice when you're assisting with the ship.
What do I roll again?
So it's going to be control plus engineering.
Excellent.
Complication range 3.
Alright, so
task roll 2.
Right. Or so can I use my focus since I have deception and flight control?
Yeah.
Excellent. You're welcome, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Christian.
You did your fucking service.
He really did.
Alright, so.
Thank
Hell yeah.
Shifty Ferragis.
So you get 4 successes. You needed 3, so one of these is a additional momentum. What do you want to spend it on, or do you want to bank it?
Gain information, right?
I want to use it to gain fucking, information.
You,
I would use it to get information about the entire, communication system on the station if I can.
You do that. The next time you try and encrypt your things, you actually lower the difficulty to do that anymore because you are so familiar with the Tinian station communications now.
That's pretty clever.
Funny, I only had a level 7 security pass. Sorry.
So there's a bloop, and the screen opens up, and I think actually the EVI will come out to watch as well. They want to see what the hell this is. Fuck me. So he goes up. Yeah, there you go. All right, okay. So they come and stop watching the screen. Elam goes off towards the replicator station instead, I think.
I'm having some canar.
Hell yeah.
And a nice meal, a nice Cardassian soup.
There's Cardassian recipes in here from your dear friend Amala, daughter of Danknell.
Yes, daughter of Danknell Amala.
So, the image that you get of the rail is, I want to say it's like a Dutch angle over the shoulder in the corner of a room. There is you can see a leg, like a person's leg, on on top of a bed, and you see like a whole splatter of blood in the alleyway between the bed and the wall.
Hello, Rail. I disregard all of the blood and body parts.
He's like holding like a handkerchief, looking up into the camera, and he says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
So, did you know that
Hello.
this the Gorn, what is his name?
Hello, little Ferengi.
Could you please leave, little Ferengi?
No.
Okay. Anyways, so
you can definitely tell as you're speaking, the Rail's eyes are on the little Ferengi as you keep talking. He's listening though. He's nodding along.
I'm gonna say, so did you know that Goldclaw, the Gorn, your opponent, he still lives?
I am aware. Yes.
You're just going to allow that?
If I could, I would allow no living creature within my sight. But
listen,
he sort of gives a shrug.
What if I could help you to finish that guy off? And I will go to the party, and I will get your sponsor for the arena. But I need this from you.
You will dress as me in the outfit and be at the party, so visibly people will see you while I'll go kill Goldclaw.
Yes.
He nods. He agrees. This is a good plan.
Okay. Do you know where he is?
It's a small off-the-way alley next to the arena.
Yes. Do you have a backup neutronium rod?
No, but I will be able to kill him.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you.
Derail, Mr. Derail.
I close the comms. I say thank you and close the comms.
You mute them, but he's sitting at the communications desk. I'm not just gonna let you.
Okay.
So he says yes, little Ferengi.
Just for the sake of it, right? What are you gonna do when you're done killing him? And all.
He shrugs. Find someone else to kill.
Or so I want to I want to use full of my entire fucking body force to fucking turn the chair around. A clank.
Yes.
What's the plan then when he's killed him?
So he's going to go kill Goldclaw.
Then what?
Whoever can swoop in for the money. I don't really care. And
But then he will
I
kill
will
whoever's
go to the party.
swooping for the money.
Ooh.
He will literally kill anybody in this way.
The rail. Could you, after you kill him, could you immediately go back to where you are right now after you kill Goldclaw?
Might I suggest we supply the rail with a small robot that could possibly move Latinum to just a random designation?
Can we make that? Can we make that in a timely manner? I'm totally down for that.
I can replicate the parts right now.
Perfect. Okay, we will send a robot to collect, and somebody will meet up with the little robot. It'll be good.
Sorry, I was meta. I was screaming from the other room because I'm a dick.
No, you're fine.
Can you do it, Clank? I don't want to meet up with the rail. No offense, of course. No offense.
I would peel you like a grape.
I just stare at
I'm just robophobic, you know.
There's like a groan from the. You see like one of the hands of whatever fucking person he's got like in this room raises up, and the person tries to start like lifting himself out of the bag. Softly, you hear like very quietly, very muffled. I have a family, please.
Bragg, please close comms. Bragg.
Closes comms.
When the comms close, if you focus really closely in the background, there's a bunch of names with X's on them, but one of the names that doesn't have an X is it Lek? Was Lek the assassin Ferengi?
Oh yeah, Christ. He gives you a. The rail gives you a thumbs up, turns, and as you're closing comms, you hear a watermelon smashing, essentially.
We see one frame of him like running back, and then it's just over with that sound.
It's just over. So, these guys look horrified over here, but they're like, okay, yeah, that's a good plan.
I look over and I smile and I say, so the rail's on our side, boys.
Yeah.
I walk into the room and my sleeves are rolled up and I have a rail tattoo.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
How did you get that?
I'm just kidding.
He just did it.
It was on someone's flash art out in the streets. Anyway.
So, you guys want to build a small robot that you can use to, like, courier, essentially, the Latinum away.
I want to build specifically a small robot that, because, like, is just so basic bitch untraceable, and I want it only to run a program to retrieve this Latinum, to, like, stow these bars, either, like, in itself, or if someone can load it or something, and then I want it to just zip away to a random, at least a long ways location.
Wouldn't it be better, right? If you could just make a hole, in the bar, just, slurp platinum.
Anyways, I want to get to building this robot.
Can I help you?
Anyone can help me build this robot if they'd like.
This is going to be a work task. You guys are going to be working on this.
All right.
So,
also, right? Right? I want to include a BJ scanner in it.
That would actually probably really help find the Latinum.
That would be, yeah.
I know, right?
So you're gonna it's gonna be a work task. There's gonna be at least 11 work. There's gonna be a resistance of 3 of it, and there's gonna be a magnitude 2, which means you're gonna have to get 2 successes to make sure you get through this. You're going to be able to use engineering and let's see here.
So do we then use our personal sheets, or do we use
personal sheets?
Good.
So you're going to be able to do engineering plus control if you're going to do the actual building of the machine, or you're going to use science and insight if you're trying to make sure it goes undetected and has a BJ scanner in it.
Yeah, but I will use my talent, right? Since
What's your talent do?
it's the experimental device, the BJ scanner.
Well, we can probably replicate another BJ scanner as long as we're on the ship replicating parts and shit.
It's copyrighted, so no.
So you're just gonna give up your only BJ scanner?
He has to give up his BJ scanner.
Right.
This is like such a unique fucking machine that he's built that there's only one in existence.
Wow.
His one. So, yeah, you guys, if you want to, you can start rolling.
You're literally, so we're gonna build this with one of the most trackable pieces of damning evidence.
Against him, but that's if he gets caught.
Fine, fine, I'll risk
No,
it,
there's
right?
other Ferengis around.
I'll just blame it and
blame your cousins,
right?
Exactly. Blame your cousins.
That means what my cousins for, right?
That's what Ferengi world.
I'm a Ferengi. I'm an entertaining Ferengi.
Come on, give us the quotes, Christian. There's one for exploiting your family. What is it? Come on. Rule of acquisition number whatever.
Rule of acquisition 34. Latinum over family. Or actually, I'm gonna pull up the book, alright?
Thank you.
It's this is the only time I forgot to have
it. I fucked up this time, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, all right. I mean, I'll get to work with it in whatever aspect I need to.
Do you want to do the engineering or the science side of things?
I'll probably do the science because the cybernetics is cybernetics just human to machine shit?
It's organic to
All right.
To be
yeah. I will do engineering then.
And what's
I am willing to give away my BG scanner.
Oh my.
Do you want to help as well?
Yes.
Yes. What's the last possible roll? Or do I assist someone?
You can assist, or you can roll one of the two fields. You can roll engineering or science.
I'll run engineering.
And it's control in either of those?
Yeah, what's the complication range?
It's control for engineering, and it's insight for science.
Alright.
Complication range 2, task roll 2. And again, you have to get a number of successes.
And just once in right?
Oh, man.
What was that, Christian?
Just once because I'm just assisting, right?
No, 2 dice.
Right.
Alright. So only Elam scored successes on this round. Elam, if you would roll me your science plus 2 worth of dice.
I'm sorry, science does what?
Critical.
So your challenge dice, the thing right underneath task roll.
Oh yeah.
Add science plus 2, so it'll be 5 for you, and roll them for me.
Is it science and insight with just the challenge dice?
No, it's just you have to add up the discipline, your science discipline. What is the rank in it?
3.
And then you add 2 to it, and then you roll that as challenge dice.
Okay.
So that'll be 5.
Damn, I suck today,
9.
but got the effects.
Me too. Dude, my
rolled
first
9.
roll, I got 2 critical fails.
I rolled 5.
Focus. I had
You
focus
didn't.
in that.
It says 5 on it because I did the 3 and the 2.
Click off it and do it again.
All right. There we go.
There you go. So you got 2 successes and 2 effects, which means that you have a grand total of 4 work done on this piece of
11
piece of machinery.
out of
However,
11.
2 critical fumbles on the part of Clank Bunnison, and this is complicated the job. You guys are gonna take a little extra time on this than you thought you would, so you're gonna narrow it down in terms of how long you have before the party.
Damn.
You have a little wiggle room still. You're not gonna be late, but you are getting closer to when the party is gonna go. Now, roll for me all over that again, if you would. The roles, the control and engineering, and yeah.
Everyone.
Hell yeah. You too. Yep. All right, so 2 of you succeed this time. However, you're again significantly delayed by Clank Bunnison occasionally just pausing everyone to ask if you see a shadowy man in the corner of the room.
Guys, for real, you can't see him. He's getting clearer. I swear, he gets less and less shadowy every time. You guys can see it. Stop fucking with me.
Clank, alright. I think it's time to.
Do you think this is
some
funny?
I'll give you some maintenance after this.
I think it's time to install that fucking anti-malware.
I start jittering. I just start jittering. Shaking.
So, Elam, again, use your science +2, and Bragg, do your engineering +2, and roll those in challenge dice. Hell yeah!
You mean +2 challenge dice? Right?
Yeah, engineering, the discipline that you have in engineering, so it'll be 4 for you, +2, so it'll be 6, and roll 6 of those.
Right.
I'm crying, but I have a completely straight face, and it's like just water shedding tears out of my eyes.
Like you're spitting venom.
Yeah.
He's a sprinkler.
No, it didn't work.
There you go.
Ooh.
I'll take the last one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, you guys do it. You complete, at least you have completed 1 magnitude. You have filled the actual... Oh no, you haven't. You've done 3 of them. So you actually produce a tiny little spider bot. It is a small spider bot that you actually watch it. You have made it so it can transform itself into what looks like a trash can. Very easily.
I love it.
Yeah, you can call it the VJ bot. It also has its own little latinum scanner built into it, and you have given it the goal of when the rail is trying to kill Goldlaw. It will creep its way in, grab as much of the latinum as it can, which is quite a significant amount, and creep its way out. So people will realize that there's been
So will it be like a mosquito?
Will it do multiple trips?
I don't think we should have it returned to the fucking scene.
So will it be like will it be like a mosquito, just sucks the latinum out of the
No, that's not part of the plan.
That would be cool.
It is. You guys actually have looked into it. It is going to be more like a garbage sort of scow, a garbage like what do you call it? The disposal in a sink. It's going to It's going to put a bunch of latinum in, shoot out all the gold that it doesn't need, and just keep all of the latinum in a little glass jar.
For fuck's
inside
sakes.
I give a thumbs up. I don't touch anything though.
I give a thumbs up as well, but I'm standing now like directly in where Clank has been staring.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand like Einstein and laugh in the German dialect.
All right, great job, guys. Says Boomer, giving you a big thumbs up, looking still a little horrified. All right, we're gonna go liberate a bunch of enslaved people for, liberty, I guess.
Stay
if
safe,
we die,
boy. Can we make you any weapons or armor before you leave?
Oh no, we replicated a whole bunch of shit already, and he shows you a duffel bag full of fucking armaments that they have already got from Carotene.
Hell yeah!
They just all have a Carotene stamp on the butts of the guns or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I'm gonna say
Viva la resistance, and he just they start wandering out.
So everybody, you know what they say, right? The rule of acquisition number 15. Acting stupid
Burger
is
King
often
foot
smart,
lettuce.
am I right?
Burger King foot lettuce.
I walk up to them and I put my hand on their shoulders. What are they called again? What is their race called?
Eva I. So the EVA and then little apostrophe I.
Eva Eyes.
Yeah.
I reach out to who's the purple one again? I'm sorry.
That's Remote. He's the silent one.
I hold on. I grab Remote's shoulder and I go, "Remember, today isn't just for you, but it's all the Eva Eyes who've ever lived and suffered and endured the hardships that you have. Make a difference." And then I say, for whatever this fucking garbage place is, the Tinian Hive, or I forget, whatever.
Rookery.
For the Rookery!
Yeah, boss, thank you. Listen, if we survive, we're probably going to get most of the slaves off the station by hijacking a ship on our way out. But is there anywhere that you want us to meet up?
Yes. Yes. Please come back to our little ship, alright? It will not be the same
We
without you.
can't. We're going to have to move a bunch of slaves to freedom. But,
Come
like,
on, they're slaves. They're smart enough, right?
I give them
explicitly not. No, they've kept specifically to keep them under control. They are kept. Yeah.
What if you let TV remote take them, alright? And boom.
I fucking hold my tricorder out and I give them like our flight path, not to the end of it or whatever, but like our next kind of our planned path where we were trying to think of diverting against the supposed Federation ship that's out there exploring and stuff.
They look over this flight path and then they look at one another and they like softly begin mumbling to one another like, "Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, yeah, all right. We think we know where we'll meet you up."
Well, I mean, actually, what if all of you go back to the Alpha Quadrant and join the Federation? Wouldn't that be nice?
I pick him up
What
and
the
I walk
fuck
away
is
with
an Alpha
I
Quadrant?
walk away with him. And I
They
say,
shrug.
do you remember the mission? No, be quiet, little goblin. Do you remember the mission?
Of course, go to the Gamma
Remember the rules of
Quadrant
the mission?
and make profits.
I shake him. Do you remember the rules of the mission?
Profits.
Don't tell people you're in the Federation.
I didn't tell them I'm not even part of the Federation.
Well, don't tell them to join. Don't even mention it, bud.
Boomer leans into you,
Sorry.
and whispers, "Hey, listen.
Sorry, Clank.
We know you got that like magic touch with Tinian technology, and we heard rumors about what happened at the Hive. So we'll try and get one of the ships full of slaves over there, and maybe we can help you. I don't know, take it over and get it running again."
I attempt to do the secret handshake I saw BJ do with him and fail terribly.
Give me a roll.
They fucking...
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Just you tell me if higher is better, you know what I'm saying?
Con fitness, if you would.
Oh, con fitness? Alright. Let's do
Complication range
this.
5.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
getting the handshake wrong is actually a punishable offense by death.
Jesus Christ. Can I have a focus for xenobiology?
Yeah.
You see the sweat drip down their brow. They see that you've initiated the attempt, and they have to. They're honor bound.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, you almost get it wrong, but you then finally get the pinky out just in time, and then they are happy to call you brother. And then Boomer whispers slightly, just for you again, Elam, Insala. And then they go running off the back of the ship.
Clank, could you please put me down?
A single tear drops my eye. Alright, boys. I walk in as he's shaking him. And I just walk up to him, you know. We gotta do it for the monkey boys.
Alright, I'm going to the party. Goodbye.
He's just donning his fucking outfit.
So Kardashian boy, what should we do in the meanwhile?
Are you not gonna go to the party as well? You're just gonna let your dear friend just go alone into
We'll go to the party and we'll drop off the trash can on the way, but before we go, I just want to stay. I'm sorry, but I fucking want to talk to the tinny head we saved. I have to exhaust all the dialogue before I leave, okay?
He's a good kid. Ask him how he likes being free, not living in a zoo.
I'm actually gonna go up with my medical tricorder and just check his readings and ask him how he's actually feeling.
So yeah, you walk over, they're still having that sort of chirping conversation, and holographic like antenna are touching real antenna. It seems like that's important to the conversation as well. But as you approach, they stop, and Garantine turns and says, yes, Captain, is everything alright?
I was just wondering if everything was alright with the two of you. How's my favorite patient doing?
And he steps back for Fibron, who turns around in the chair that he's in. He's looking better. He's still got that pallid bluey color, and it may like have it for the rest of his life. But his vital signs are steady. His body is alive, no longer disintegrating underneath the weight of the radiation inside of it. And his eyes are sharp and brightly focused on you.
It's good to see you're doing well. It's possible with time, if I can understand the Tiniad makeup, I might be able to change this hue of your shell.
Are you What was that?
Ask him how he likes not being a slave or a zoo person.
Anyways.
Are you a conqueror? Asks Fibberin, looking up at you.
A conqueror? Well, some might view the Cardassians as such, but I'm just a simple man of medicine, here to expand my knowledge.
Will you try and heal my people when you reach the hive, or will you try and take from them?
It seems this is a question that's riddled your history for a long time.
We'll see when we get there.
See when we get there. In my personal opinion, I feel it's better to make allies alive more so than to just throw one civilization over. And I do I have to lie about this? I'm a Cardassian. I just
You can lie about whatever you want.
It's up to you to decide. He's asking you directly. If you're lying to him, tell me you're lying to him. If you're not, then
Well,
are you just trying to sort of sweet talk him?
I am sweet talking him. I'm not necessarily actually trying to just suggest Cardassian's gonna come and take shit over, but I'm a Cardassian. I believe Cardassian will take over all of fucking space at some point. I'm exactly. I'm just secret Hitler. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make peace, but I do want to take care of these people. I mean, as a Cardassian, I do believe that people have more worth to them alive. It's kind of like the actual Elam sense, because I know the Cardassian order exists and stuff, but I feel like it's better to make allies than to just disappear them. But it's also more appropriate to just disappear them when necessary. Why not have no allies in the first place?
So would you lean into the Grey Man's burden that you think the universe is built for Cardassia, but there are other races in it that you can adopt and control?
Well, enslave is more of how I would put it.
Yeah. Would you say enslave Elam, or would you say more of it's guidance? They need the guidance, or is it actually?
I think it's honest enslavement for the Cardassians, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to lean into that because they really trust their system, and I believe, even as me as a Cardassian, that I have that brainwash to me that literally I'm still just seeking power through relationships, and I'm out here as an ambassador to the Cardassian people in a sense. When they say the Cardassians are reptilian or whatever, I'd assume I have to move in, I have to be a snake in the grass, you know what I'm saying? I'm that demon. I'm there offering you help until I can basically overthrow you, in a sense. So I'm not going to tell them I'm a conqueror, but I am going to have to lie to them in the sense and telling them that I'm not a conqueror, because I will say I'm a man of medicine and want to help these people, because I do. I want them to be alive, to be their allies, so I could possibly enslave them in the future with the rest of the greater Cardassia.
Are you just explaining this?
Yeah, I'm explaining it all to this. No, I'm trying to discuss my reasoning with CJ.
I was just trying to work out where he falls on the whole thing. So I think Fibrin looks at you for a very long time and then sort of just nods once and turns back to his screen and says, "I have much learning to do if I am to prepare myself for the return to my people."
I took the captain's quarters, so there's a lot of room. So I would like to offer you the Tiniad bed within the quarters, and I will see if I can replicate something of my own if you don't mind bunking with me.
He turns around and touches antenna for a little while with Carotene, and Carotene sort of nods. And says, "Captain, now that the Eva Eye have left, perhaps the ready room can be used as a bunk for someone."
And I just lean in really close to him while he's on the computer and go, "If you think you can handle the smell of those dirty things."
He's visibly uncomfortable, but he nods slightly because he doesn't like you so close into his personal space. And Carradine says, if that is all, Captain, I will return to educating.
Carradine, if you could, get that room sterilized for our new and honored guest.
Immediately, Captain.
And then I walk by the door sadly because I just don't hear any gorillas playing through it.
So how do you like freedom?
Just runs up, just books
sweet
up.
Fucking Jesus. Sweet fucking moth baby Jesus.
So while he was talking to them, alright? I want to try to go into the communications again and check the traffic around the party and all that.
There is a lot of private security at the party. A lot of people talking back and forth on the You don't actually get any content of the messages, and you don't actually know who's sending what. But you do see that there's an uptick at the arena of communication.
Uptick, is that good?
Yeah. It means that people are excited about something and they're talking to one another and communicating about it.
I'm just gonna meta really quick, as you would notice. All right, I'm just gonna try to co-DM Christian really quick. I mean, as a Ferengi, wouldn't you think there's a lot of gambling going on, and maybe try to decipher some of the message and kind of make your own odds really quick? Or just saying, I know we've already done enough on this ship. I'm just saying, if I was a Ferengi thief, I was like, oh, there's a bunch of betting going on. Maybe I can bet. If I was a Ferengi?
There's no actual game today in the arena because they're all the arena fighters. The major ones who have their freedom and patrons will be at the party showing off. So it's
those free sons of bitches.
Yeah, but it is the new cycle is sort of boosting up, and it's when they choose a pope, it's sort of like that. People are very excited about the information they're gonna get out of the party of who's been hired by who this season. What do people plan to do?
Yeah, so I turn off the con, and
there is before you turn off though, there is a singular channel that is open.
Alright,
specifically to the Tinian vessel.
Alright, so I want to kind of tune into it.
Yeah, it is a burst of sound and then silence, and a burst of sound and then silence. The computer interprets it as quickly as possible and shows you it's actually like a text sort of message.
What's his name?
It is again help, 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 repeated over and over and over and over and over.
Tinian's TBRU's computer.
Yes, Captain Bragg.
It's actually Diamond Bragg. We talked about this last time, alright?
I'm so sorry, Diamond. It has been at least 3 weeks since I saw you in game.
It's Diamond.
I'm so sorry, Diamond Bragg.
Diamond.
Diamond.
Thank you. So, I'm looking at this little. You see, I show him a screen, right, and show him the message.
That was the initial emergency beacon that we heard, and what I asked the ship to divert to inspect. But it has been constantly updating and updating this. I do not know if the Orions know that we are able to intercept it.
All right, so just do me a favor, all right, computer. Tinian, computer.
Yes.
Just keep an eye on her, right? And please call me if something happens or changes.
Yes, Diamond.
I mean, absolutely anything, right? Change in frequency, change in tempo, change in pitch, anything.
Yes, Diamond. Yes.
Has that hologram been running the whole time too, with the warning of the grave?
Oh yeah, you want to go in there?
No, we'll leave. We'll just let it keep running. I think I set it so it kept running, so to tell me if there's any variations at all, and there hasn't been anything yet. But just gotta make sure. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open the fucking file again, and you just hear you fast forward through it through several hundred hours so far.
Yeah,
well, not really. It's not been that long.
Yeah,
and you just you pause sometimes, and it's why is Hangdor too fairy? And then you just keep going, and it's damned into the dead. And then you just keep going. It's Engog, arrangement of Emperor. And then just it loops again.
I'm just gonna leave it running just for good luck, because I swear there was something different. It was talking to us. I swear it was.
I'm gonna turn my chair around and climb on the little custom ladder I made for the chair, right? And,
Okay.
Then he's gonna hop on his custom Segway he made.
See you later, Ferengi alligator.
He just gets smaller and smaller every session.
He just slowly shrinks out of existence, and I'm just like, what? Christian, why are you here? You don't have a character for this game.
I'm a non-corporal Ferengi.
Alright, you guys head out of the ship. Sweet Jesus, that was a lot shorter than... Oh, no, it wasn't. You spent an hour and 45 minutes in there. Okay. So,
I think we need to get off the ship.
But you did resolve the bank heist. The rail is gonna go complete it for you while you guys go in to the actual party.
And then how can you accuse the rail of being in two places at one time? Do we have to drop off the trash can?
You do also drop off the trash can, but that's pretty easy just to do. You
All
get
right.
into where you need to go and drop it.
You blast it perfectly. You hologram blast it down right where it needs to go.
We do a short range transport so no one actually sees us do anything.
Elim.
What?
I'm afraid to go to the party since I'm afraid I'll get stabbed. They can't see.
You're a
anything
fucking...
new.
You're a DJ, BJ. Let it shine at the party. I'm sure there's some hyper tables there for you to rock it on.
Yeah,
Hyper
hopefully I can do
tables.
some. Hopefully I can do some DJ stuff there.
At the least, you can do that old weird thing you taught me about human cultured beatboxing.
Fine.
He's a really popular DJ because he's so small and he stands on like a little DDR pad to do all his mixing.
Exactly. He's like the dude Kid Rock used to tour with. I was saying the other day, the little person.
What made me so famous is that I have this little fucking synth piano that I can fucking jump on since it's so fucking small.
Let's hope they have a hyper synth here.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go to the party. So there's no real reason I should be seen with you two. It's really weird. I don't know what to do. Do you want to wear disguises?
No, actually.
You can mingle among yourself. We could just say we got a ride with you.
That might be some red flags for Hubrix. Yeah, we just rode in together.
Me and BJ will try to get in through the back entrance like a cool DJ would. Am I right, BJ?
I'm right. Lil. I'm right, Big C.
So we're gonna try to get in through the back.
Wear disguises,
So,
boys.
as you get to the arena, you drop off the little bin next to a humanoid figure wearing like a headscarf, like a very thick headscarf, which just you know that's like the rail. He like nods at you as you go by, dressed as him, and briefly sees you followed by an inky black figure. And you guys split up, I'm assuming. Do you want to go in first as the rail, or do you want those two to try and get in first into the party?
Actually, no, they should go in first. Well, is it starting? Am I going to be late if I wait?
It's a little late, yeah, because you guys spent so long building this robot. However, the party hasn't like full on started yet.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to wait. They'll go first.
All right, as it cuts to us really quick, I just want to say there's like it's like one of those scenes where it's like me and BJ and we kind of like jump and high five, but then it like stops and it just does little like still takes of us like running excitedly to like this party and shit. We're stopping to get more street tacos, playing with sparklers at one point for some reason. We're looking through like the puppy store, you know what I'm saying? The animals in the window.
Being starstruck and one.
We're running away from a shop that we just stole some like cool T-shirts from.
And while we were jumping away from a fucking golf cart.
We're jumping out of the way of go-karts.
Laying in a lush green field, looking up at clouds out of nowhere.
And then we show up at the back door of the party.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They had a picnic.
No. No picnic. But yeah, we go up to we try to get in through the back. I don't know what to say. I'm sure there's a back door entrance into this party. We want to get backstage.
Don't even ask what things look like or the layout. You're like,
no, just take us right to the back door. Take us to the fucking back door.
Okay, so you guys are gonna
Panic
try
in a
and
back
sneak.
door.
You guys are gonna try and sneak into the back door of this party. So
No, I
the
don't want to
agreement
sneak at all. There has to be a stage entrance or something for the cool people, a VIP line.
Actually, no. I want to just talk to security there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to go right up to security. We want to go to the worst bouncer.
I'm fucking DJ BJ.
Yeah, this is DJ BJ.
So there's two different servant entrances. There is the one that goes straight to the slave pits, where occasionally a couple of persons are brought out to serve drinks or whatever. And there's the more technical side of the servant entrance, where a DJ will come in. Yeah.
Let's go through. We're going through the servants entrance.
There's kind of like a big sort of fat Orion fella sort of standing there, sort of minding his own business. He's like 10 foot tall, holding like a pretty big like truncheon when you guys walk up, and he sort of like eyes the both of you and says,
"This way to the performance center."
Yes. Move. Please move. I am DJ BJ, you know.
I'm pointing at him.
He like reaches down. He reaches down and picks up a clipboard at his like neck on a chain and like looks at it and says, "DJ BJ."
I can assure you, we are special guest stars. We'll even be taking place in the next race to be coming. Have you ever had a DJ racing around these parts? We're friends with Hubris. We're friends with Hubris.
Right?
Hubris.
We're friends with Hubris.
Should I call him? You want me to call him up?
Please, by all means. We can call him if you'd like. I mean, we don't want to get you in trouble.
I'll do it.
All right.
He extends a hand out to you, puts his finger up to his ear, and like a massive fucking finger up to his ear, and says, "Hubris." And there's like a pause. He's like, "Yeah, go like a, what is it, a fucking Ferengi and like a lizard."
Elam, tell him it's Elam, his friend.
It's Elam.
Elam, your friend. Oh, he's laughing.
Can I talk to him?
No, give me a second. Tell him to come round to the VIP entrance and you just let him in. Actually, it'll be okay. All right. He said it would be funnier if you rode up the service elevator, and he like takes a step back from you and like gestures with his hand into the corridor beyond.
I like spit in my hand and slick the hair I have back. I turn my hat backwards.
Yeah, and you know what? I uncollar my collar and all that.
Actually, he's reached out to me again. Yeah, he says fourth door along is there's some musical equipment you can use in there.
Perfect. My next question.
Perfect, thank you.
He says you better be one of. Could you repeat that piece? Alright, he says you better be popping or I'll pop each individual knuckle out of your hand.
Well, you know what they say, right?
No, what were they saying?
Well, it's
have a nice night, and he immediately like waves you through and just like goes back to standing there at the door.
I'm just slapping you on the shoulders, Chris. I'm slapping BJ's shoulders like, I got this. It's just like the old times, you know. And I take out a fucking hypo spray and I give him an amphetamine.
A big
holy shit.
This is a big ass fucker, you know. This is probably almost half the size of him, you know.
The hypo spray?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill you. It's not half your fucking size. I'm a doctor. And your friend, BJ. I remember your limits. Remember Ferengi Tampa?
Don't talk about that.
So,
it's a reasoner. It's a reasoner, alright? Why you don't get Deltons, alright? You know those bald chicks do.
I knew he looked up Deltons after I talked about how if you fuck one of them, you lose your mind. I absolutely knew he looked that up. So you walk into the hallway, and this huge fella pauses very briefly just to open up the door for the music room, and there's a bunch of like guitars in here and a bunch of other like musical instruments. Some of them are encrusted with like a vivial liquid and fucking just like flesh, where maybe whoever was playing them was killed immediately. And he looks at you and says, "What you want? You say you're a DJ, right?"
Yes, yes, I'm DJ Bedroom.
And he sort of like reaches in and pulls up a what is it, like a fucking turntable, like a mobile turntable.
Is there some kind of fuck?
Is there some sort of some ukulele-sized guitar here or something?
There's also that, yeah. Do you, if you want it?
Yeah, I'll take that as well.
All right, he fucking gives you a heads up and says, "All right, yeah, enjoy."
Hold on.
Yes. Yes, Dylan.
Okay, I just gotta. I was gonna do this roll, and it's 11. So what the fuck is a glur? Short curved horn like a capricola or whatever, or cornucopia, played with valves. Glor sounds like a trumpet, while those without valves, known as gloon, have a more mournful sound. So I basically pick up a horn bagpipe. Is there like a space hover horn bagpipe around that I can grab? Like,
I feel like I should say no on the principle of you trying to get a fucking bagpipe, but yeah, sure, there's a bagpipe.
well,
there.
it's gonna be more like a bagpipe saxophone, a space pipe saxophone.
Hell yeah, it can, bud.
All right.
It's can it be an antimatter bagpipe?
No, that's too dangerous.
Yeah, that's the worst fucking idea I ever heard, bud. That's
Sorry,
that's
but
worse
no.
than the fucking Vulcan universe that you caused.
It's a mirror universe, right?
Christ.
Right now, you also know this, slow-mo camera, right? From this Dutch angle, right? And it slowly, twitches, and turns, from the crowd, dance or so what is the crowd doing?
We just run right up the stage. Well, let's let Itchy get in before we. Let's just wait backstage. We're getting our instruments.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Itchy, you are dressed as the rail.
Yes, and so with the rail, probably just normally, can I put the rod on my back in some way, store it, bring it where I'm not
Just slide it
normally-
into some, straps.
Okay, some incredibly strong strap.
Exactly, anchor to your body.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
Just wanted you to know that. So what is the shortest way to get right into the party area with people like fucking Hubix and shit?
So the party is being held in the VIP section of the arena, where there's like a lounge that is overviewing the sands directly, where the people fight with one another. There's like a doorway that you can get to it through, and there are like guards there. But like the moment they see that you're the rail, they don't fuck with you. They know the history the rail has in public and in private, so they like avert their gaze from you non-threateningly and take a few steps back. And one of them
I walk up to the dude with the list that they were talking to. I just walk right up to him.
The servant entrance.
Silently. Oh wait, you were at the servant.
Yeah, they were at the servant.
There's no guy like this at the VIP entrance.
There's a few of them. Yeah.
I walk up to them, and I just stare at them without saying anything. Do they say anything at all?
Beads of sweat begin to go running down their head.
And I just walk past silently into the VIP section.
The guy immediately quits. He goes home to his wife and children, and like he fucking leaves. He just is out of there. Yeah. He is thankful every day from now on.
And in his place, Jimmy Ark. No, I'm just kidding.
Like half an hour after this meeting, he and his wife and child board a transport off of this station and go to live in a farming colony. And he grows wheat and ponders the sky at night, thankful just to be alive.
I love it.
Alright, and you enter the party.
Oh, goodness. Ooh.
Fancy.
So, So the VIP lounge is at the foot of Vessa's apartment. Vessa, the woman who runs this whole thing, she has a like very large apartment built into the top of the arena with like black glass that you can't see into a room. And the VIP lounge itself has like a stairway that leads up to one of the doors above it. But the interior of the room itself is this beautiful, fine, opulent, incredibly smoke-filled space where people are lounging around on the cushions, or they're like stood around talking to one another, sort of orbiting different circles. You can definitely tell these are cliques. These are separated groups of individuals who, while all are attending the same party, are also very wealthy and want to make sure that they are with the people that they trust, rather than in each other. You're asked to check the rod at the door as you come in because they're worried that you might use it to murder someone.
So who is asking me this?
It is a small Orion woman at the coat check.
I stare. I stare so deeply, so silently. And I just slowly grab onto the rod and I just look. I emulate perfectly the same expressions of the rail. And I'm just holding the handle of this rod on my back, and I slowly draw it out, and I'm just holding it there for a moment, staring.
She's beginning to shake a little bit. She's looking at you in the face, and she says, "Please, sir, please."
I check it. I put it up where they ask me to.
It creaks in the weapon mount that you put it in, and for a moment they're worried that the mount will fucking break and drop it, but finally it takes a hold, and you step through some smoky glass into the main room. One of the walls of this room is absolutely dominated by a huge sloping glass window that looks out into the arena, which is currently empty right now. But you can see there are thousands of seats out there in the common stands, and there is there's lights pump broadcasting down into the main arena body itself. And while there's no one performing violence out there, there are a bunch of dancers and stuff, just as visual background. And like I said, there are three major groups that you can see. The first is... Yeah?
Can I immediately... I wouldn't know what Vessa looks like, would I?
You would not know.
Okay, go on with the three groups.
So there are three groups. In the largest seat of power, with the most people following him around and seated around him at all times, and flanked by a number of naked men and women, is Hubix. He's drinking still from the skull. And this time you can see the blackened form of the individual hovering over his shoulder. But he toasts you the moment he sees you and sort of gives you a little smile. Over by the bar is Oshin, the gentleman that owns the questing door and who helped you guys basically decide on what you want to do with drones. And he's surrounded by a bunch of fellow merchants. They're all looking very out of place. This is a bit too upscale for them. They're upper middle class. While Hubix is actually super wealthy, and so is Qsig.
Yeah.
You imagine that he and the other merchants were all talking about imports and exports, and this might be an unofficial air quotes merchant guild air quotes meeting.
I immediately approach the merchants.
Before you do,
okay.
On the other side of the room is Qsig. Qsig is surrounded by a small amount of other Decate, and they're all sort of standing around bored out of their fucking mind as they look. And they're all dressed very wealthily and hanging with trinkets, which are very nice. But there's also decay that look a little bit more foreign to the station. Like Cusick and his others look like they have adjusted quite well to Orion fashion, but the others look more. I mean, the only word for it is piratey. There's a couple of other people looking very piratey standing near him that are other Decates, and they're all just sort of like nodding and smiling.
What was the Decates again?
They're a future civilization.
Was it
like like they were a federation in the future when the Borg overrun the entire galaxy, but like they used the Shackleton Expanse as a safe haven and built an alliance of races and tried to defend from the Borg, but then lost essentially. So their solution was to go back in time, but every time they did, their founding race was wiped out. So all the Decay that exists now are basically ghosts in the machines. They're all like minds that have been uploaded into android bodies.
Nice.
Okay.
Go on.
I would like to approach the merchants and the owner of the questing door.
As you do, there's a small like hush that falls over the crowd. The lights begin to dim, and a smooth woman's voice says, "Ladies and gentlemen, playing for your enjoyment tonight, Bragg Jr. and Elam Surjak." And there's a soft little like soft little clap go through the crowd as the stage sheets pull back.
I clap so loud with such force just to make like
Artemis!
thunderous claps with my hands, and I want everyone to see me just use incredible unnecessary strength for this clapping.
There's a lot of startled looks in your direction as you boom these like applauds, but yeah. So we'll go back to them in a second because this is gonna be fucking wonderful whatever happens. So you're approaching the merchants.
Yes, and I'm going to look at the owner of the questing door, and I'm gonna just silently stare for a moment.
The rail. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Do you know where I can find Vessa?
Oh, the patron of our dear sweet station. She, I believe, is and he sort of turns and points up towards the apartments. You can see a few like lights are blinking inside them. A few flashes here and there, and he sort of like turns back to you and says, "Oh, I don't know. She hasn't been seen in quite a few days, unfortunately. Day of weeks at this point, actually. She's become a little bit reclusive. I think the only opportunity an individual will have to speak to her is to win the Grand Primo." Are you interested in racing? Are you interested in racing, Rail?
I would like Vessa to sponsor me, and I'm perfectly emulating the Rail's voice.
There's like a chain of gasps in the crowd as you say this. Oshin sort of like leans forward in the air and says, "So you're finally looking for a sponsor? You've come out and deigned to grace us with your presence."
Yes.
Well, I don't think that Vessa is in the market currently. She's already got her special little toy, and he like uses his tentacles to like air quote.
I will kill him. Where is he?
We don't know. She's not really showed it to anyone yet, but it was a gift from the what are they called? Romulans.
So I'm going to just kind of say out loud to the whole room, so who can offer me the best sponsorship deal here? Let's make something of a bid.
So this is a big party. This is a big room. Yep. So you're gonna turn around and just start shouting at the top of your lungs?
Yes, in the perfect emulation of the Rail's voice.
You see Hubix just like his crinkles his eyebrows. He does not look happy that you've done that, and Qsig has not paid attention to you. Oshin immediately puts a tentacle on your arm and says, "Please wait, the rail. I'm interested in purchasing a champion for the Merchant Guild."
What is your offer?
You see the Oshin's like looking over at Hubix, and for a moment there, he sort of mutters to himself, "Take 4 of my drones, will you?" And then he turns back to you and says, "Well, it will be," and he sort of gives you a like monetary amount. It is on the low side. He's not very wealthy. He's not as wealthy as these other people. He can't like supply you.
So
But
wait.
he is.
Does he actually know about the? Does he know that the rail should not know about the drones at all?
No.
He shouldn't. No.
So did
Good catch.
Oh, okay. So they didn't mention that? He didn't mention the drones or anything?
No, Oshin mentions it though, but yeah, the rail.
I don't understand the reference at all. I don't know what he means by the drones. So all I understand. Well, I actually.
You got deep in character. Yeah.
He's too deep.
But yeah, so he gives you a amount. It's gonna be a pretty damn low amount for you.
I will
to take
consider
on this
it,
job.
and I walk away. I walk to
Oh, all right, goodbye.
I walk over to Hubix.
The rail, my boy. How are you doing?
What can you offer me for sponsorship?
You all right?
Yes.
So like looks you over.
Yes. And I look at him with just complete fury, like the rail normally would.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. The rail. I have the most money to splash around, sure, but I actually kind of want to see you get murdered in the arena by one of my own.
I will kill everyone that you put in front of me. And then I just walk away over to
He whistles after you immediately to try and draw you back.
I come back. Yes.
And he leans forward a little bit. And when he does it, like everyone looks away immediately. He like takes it from the skull of Jimmy Hawk and says, "You know, I've been suspecting something about you for a while, the rail."
I say nothing and stare.
You ain't alive, are you? You're one of those machine men, aren't you?
I make a Windows 98 startup sound.
You confirm his suspicions, and he nods and leans back and he says, "Yeah, Vessel will sort you out. That gift she got from those Romulan bastards, I think that'll kill you." And he gives you like a little smile.
And I just kind of moan, and I say, I can't wait for the fight.
Yeah, I fucking hate androids. And he sort of leans back and goes back to sipping at his alcohol.
I walk over to Cubix. Is that his name?
No, that Cubix just said.
Qsig, yeah, sorry.
So you walk up to Cusick. Cusick is in mid-conversation, and he's like, can you tell Mode Arandos? Can you tell Mode Arandos that I have been doing perfectly as he has asked? I understand that he has to consolidate the other decayed houses. But and then he sort of like notices that you're stood there, and he turns to you and says, "Yes?
Would you like to sponsor the rail?"
He sort of like runs his fingers over his cane and looks over at Hubix. "I do want to see Hubix humiliated. However, I am hesitant. I have heard that Vessa has found some sort of secret weapon, and it's said to be unbeatable. I will not want to waste money on a weak organic, the rail."
And I play the Windows 98 sound.
He seems a little confused for a moment and says, "Mimicry is capable by many lesser forms of life.
how could I prove? I couldn't just plug into him. That'd be too dangerous.
Look, R2D2, you're looking for space aids.
I start reciting numbers of pi for a very long time.
He holds his hand up and says again, mimicry can be performed by many lesser beings.
And I'm gonna say, well, how can I prove it?
He shrugs. It's up to you to prove it, not for him to tell you.
Can we start coming in and playing music now?
Yeah, while you're pondering this over, Bragg Jr. and Elam, you're both stood on stage in front of an ultra-wealthy group of people who are all now looking in your direction.
Or so first of all, right, there should be 4 stages, right?
Four stages?
First stages, you know, when you come in, you know, and try to hype everyone, you know.
Well, this okay, stages of the performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, roll for hype, roll for hype.
Alright, well, let's do this. Alright, if you're gonna hype them up, I'm gonna need you're gonna command this crowd. You have to command them to be hyped up. And you're gonna, because this is
Check
the
your
first
talent.
swing that you're gonna come into this, you're gonna be using daring. This is like pure instinct that you're trying to get into this crowd's head to tell them, like, hey, I'm here, I'm ready.
I want to use presents.
But also can also use my focus since, you know, I have negotiation and deception.
No, negotiation and deception aren't performance. Performance
is
its own thing.
What about composure? I do have composure.
Elm, if you're gonna help, you're gonna be rolling like a singular dice, like you're a ship.
You're
assisting Bragg Jr.
Okay.
Who is the
You just play the bagpipe.
So
it's a bagpipe saxophone.
But also, what about my values? Does that have anything to say?
You can spend one of your values to try and get yourself a additional dice on your task roll.
Yes, since you know my guy is entertaining, you know.
All right, put like a little mark down next to entertaining that you use it this session.
All right, give me a second.
Does a task roll focus on your attributes or your disciplines?
Both.
Okay.
Alright, so what's the task roll? And
so it's gonna be you're doing daring command. Elm, what do you want to? How do you want to support?
I somehow want to support him with literally my presence. Is there just a way? Like I found a leather jacket back there, you know, some sunglasses, my bagpipe.
Oh, headbanging.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna basically be his hype man. I want to be there to like pick him up with my saxa fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my saxa pipes.
You know, I want to look like, you know, I'm from fucking, you know, Motley Crue crew, you know.
All right. So this is gonna be task roll 1, focus used, yes. Complication range 3 for you, Elm, and command and presence. And Bragg, this is gonna be command and daring. Complication range 3 for you, task roll 2.
Damn it.
Task roll 2? Yeah, alright. So that's what I can use to get all the task rolls. Using one of my values.
Since you're using one of your values, you can go up to task roll 3.
Alright, good. Alright, and
so
roll,
you do a good job performing, yep.
Ooh. Well, we're just hyping right now. We're just hyping.
Yeah. You're just hyping right now. You're right. So yeah, you get out on the stage and you're like, what are you screaming into this crowd to get them hyped?
I'm yelling is most inappropriate fucking fiction. Like it's a fucking, a back alley, a fucking Ferengian or rap battle, you know.
Holy shit! You're coming out and you're using slurs. You're saying "What's up, my gleep glops?" and like people in the crowd are gasping in horror.
Little homophobic,
extremely homophobic, extremely misogynistic as well. Like you hate women.
I'm probably extremely xenophobic as well.
He's talking about how women chew up his food for him.
And then, alright.
I'm gonna chew up this stage like my mother chews up my food. Am I right, fellas? And then everyone in the crowd goes stone silent. But Hubix is laughing. Like he's laughing so loudly that everyone's like occasionally looking in his direction. He's loving this. You have influenced Hubix significantly in his opening stage by both how horrible you are and how funny you are at the same time.
And then for the second stage, right? That's the first song, right?
So what's second stage?
And I want everybody to go to this link And that's good.
I want everyone to go to this link, he says.
That's the song I play right there. Oh.
Alright, so you know it's Bangarang by Skrillex, right?
Oh.
With the ukulele, with an extra ukulele and bagpipe.
You're gonna attempt to play this, or are you playing a sound recording of this?
No, you're playing, you know, EDM.
So he starts playing Bangarang by Skrillex.
This is gonna be con plus control for you to play this music in a fun manner.
Alright.
You're still gonna. I'm gonna give you the bonus, the advantage from the task roll because you are entertaining. So you still get the extra dice. You still have complication range 3. Elm, how are you gonna help him in the actual performance?
So I'm gonna join along and just start trying to jam with him, but I'm just gonna use my Cardassian again. I just wanna be a shining light that's the hype man that Christians act at the same time. I'm just accentuating.
You're gonna be
I'm dancing.
Control for you.
Con and control.
One die because you're assisting.
All right.
You do better than practice.
I hope this is some of my worst shit. What's the complication? 3.
3 still.
All right. And can I still keep my focus for composure?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
All right. This is a slightly more competent performance. People are like listening to you play this impossible song on a little ukulele. It has definitely changed the vibe of this room up significantly. People are very focused on you. The music's going as it goes. Hubix is surprised. Oshin is bobbing in the air slightly. QC is still as impeccable as ever.
And then, alright, and then comes the second song, right? Which so please watch the GIF there, right?
God damn it!
That is vital so you can understand what's gonna happen.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so I'm gonna dance.
While Christian does that, I want to break into a fucking solo, a saxopipe solo.
Oh yeah, bud. So, Christian, this is gonna be a.
It doesn't fit together at all.
It doesn't, but we do what we do. This is gonna be a fitness. What would be a good role for this? I think science. This is gonna be a fitness science role for you to make this fucking breakdown, to break it down as much as you did. Holy shit, okay. And Elam, because you're going into a solo, I want you to explain to me how you use medicine to make this solo so good.
So it was half of it is all the drugs that I took before we started this show. That's
the other half is breathing technique.
It was all Wim Hof breathing styles.
I'm Wim
Hof.
So give me a presence medicine roll.
Well, it actually needs to be really hot for Cardassian, so it's really cold for him here.
That's
so it's
roll
full
2.
Wim Hof. It's full Wim Hof. It's basically
full Wim
freezing.
Hof. But yeah, this is advanced breathing and meditating.
Actually, I'm gonna fucking you're gonna use one of your values right now as well. Loyal to the bitter end. The fact that you're up there playing with this fucking insane
I like that a lot.
You are loyal to the end here.
Does that lower my complication or anything?
No, it increases your task roll. You go up to 3 dice.
Alright, fucking here we go. Oh my god, no!
Holy
no!
shit.
Why is this so bad?
So, can't wait to enslave you all, huh?
This is a fantastic solo. This is a great solo. It's also 40 minutes long. Like, it is an astounding length for a solo, and the entire time during it, Bragg is dancing his fucking heart out. He is dancing so hard that all conversation in this room has stopped. All thought process about anything but this performance has stopped. You are performing
purely original. He does not repeat a single movement the entire dance. It is all completely original dance.
This is a captivating performance. So captivating that nobody notices the flash of orange light behind them through the window as an explosive goes off in the underlevels of the arena as the revolt takes full swing.
And then
Not a single eye turns behind them as this 40-minute fucking solo continues, and just Brag's dancing. Bragg, you're gonna take.
The viewers are tired, but
The viewers
Bragg
are tired.
is not. Bragg
Bragg
is not
actually
tired.
is. Bragg is gonna take 4 points of stress damage from how long you had to be up here dancing your horn out. You're also gonna take 4 points of stress damage, Elam, for just fucking ruining your lungs.
Oh god.
Also, there's one song more, or some one song more, right?
What?
And that's gonna be the fucking most generic
Doing
fucking
an
power
encore?
ballad. It's gonna be the most,
40-minute
generic,
solo, you're
power
doing
ballad, where everybody's singing, like the fucking intro from Enterprise.
Oh, at the
So you
end.
want to get the entire crowd involved in this final,
Yeah,
this
At the
final part of
final
this.
step.
Yeah, and it's gonna be called, Latinum Shining Stars.
All right, okay, I love it. So this is gonna be for you. This is gonna be a command plus presence check.
Man in presence.
CJ was so
Yeah.
nice to me with that roll. I just want to let you know for giving me medicine, and I just fucked it, and it was such a glorious fuck
fine.
up. I know. I'm just saying.
Fantastic.
It was just.
You're gonna get an extra dice on this as your task roll from the amazing dance that you just did.
Yeah, and also, can I
everyone's-
also use my talent, follow my leads?
What does that do as a talent?
Fuck.
This is why I tell you multiple times, put your talents in your actual fucking character sheet. Do it, please. Use your task roll up to 4. I'm not gonna give you anything else beyond that.
Yeah, when you see that once per scene, once you succeed a task during combat or another situation, you may spend 1 determination if you choose to assist a single ally, or have an ally assist you.
Oh, you do have an ally.
Elan's already assisting you on there, so you don't have to worry about
but
that.
but that will mean I will. Does that mean I get an extra task roll?
No, but you already have 4. I'm not gonna give you 5.
Right,
You're doing amazing.
Come on!
Go up to 4, and then Elam, you're what are you doing in this final stage to help after that amazing fucking solo?
Bragg is dancing on his shoulders.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to like sit there and keep the rhythm, and I'm doing that classic clapping over my hands with the and like pointing at him and shit. Still. Oh god.
I need a 5th one. I need a 5th one.
Give me a command plus con plus reason check to keep it going. This is going to be task roll 2 because you're also getting an advantage on this. And your focus is being used to keep yourself composed.
Continuous composure. All right, I'm just clapping. I'm pointing
roll
at him.
Dice.
One more. I'm thrusting.
Holy shit!
This performance, alright? Everybody's fucking singing. Bragg is singing his heart out.
We're all singing together.
Rail singing.
Unbutton all of his shirt.
Cusick starts singing.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful, and everybody has their fucking, pads with their lights.
It is pitch black in here now. People are holding their lighters above their heads. Cubix is crying into his beard and his alcohol. You have brought a song up that was important to him in his youth. Oshin is just arm in arm for multiple different merchants, and they're all swaying back and forth. Even Cusig, who's stood right next to the rail, is tapping his foot along and is I remember this old song, and begins just gently sing along with it beneath his breath, while the pirates next to him are boisterously screaming it out. And the performance comes to an end.
Yeah. And I want the single, this last note, the last word, to be the most absolutely amazing shit,
You know how Ferengi scream in that high-pitched way when anything bad happens? You hit the last note in that exact way, and it should not work. It should actually be, awful to hear someone, do this. But you hold it for 4 seconds, strong.
Yeah, and it's also supported by, he's fucking clapping as well.
And you fucking go down to your knees. You're drenched in sweat. This was a huge performance. And everyone is on their feet clapping. They are all amazed at the performance. And yeah, everyone's amazed. Everyone's fucking amazed.
Oh my God.
Follow me on Sound Space.
You've gained about 3,000 subscribers in the next 2 hours. There's these people who are like influencers. They like start spreading the news. In the next day or two, you get 30,000 more. People are very impressed with the music that you produced tonight, and you got a lot of fans here now. A lot of diehard fans.
Nice.
And the curtains begin to slowly close.
So I would say this also Elim.
Yes, BJ.
I would say this was quite successful.
We did it! We did it, BJ!
and then the BJ just falls to the ground from all the exhaustion and all the drugs.
I need to go piss, so let's have a pee break right there, because Jesus fucking Christ. I'll be right back.
Fantastic. Oh my god. It's like the dance contest all over.
That's what I was. It all worked out. We didn't even need sponsorship.
At first it was rough.
I like that. I mean, I like that these two performances, or the last performance, was like the greatest fucking thing ever. No, no heroes all at once. Okay, I'm gonna go and take a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back, Keller.
I'm back as well.
What's Q6 race called again?
Decay. If you're ever wondering about a race, you can always roll all the way, scroll all the way down. And there's Backward Expanse races. These are my OCs, do not steal.
Hey guys, I made these. Just wanted to post a dump of my OC fucking creations here on the forums.
What the fuck are you talking about?
If anyone else says they made this, you fucking tell them that they're a fucking piece of shit. So.
There's hubbub in the room. People are talking to one another. There's a lot of shit going on right now.
And also, by the way, can I keep the ukulele?
Yeah, no, you fucking. These instruments are yours forever now.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Itchy.
So I'm gonna look at Cusick and I'm going to say, so Decates, are there's some sort of future superior race, masters of logic and reason?
The pirates that are standing near Cusick begin tittering softly amongst themselves, like look at this rube, look at this organic rube, this yokel. And Cusick sort of turns to you and says, "Yes, our forms are perfect."
Could you solve for me a logic problem then?
He sort of rolls his eyes, looking at the pirates, and then turns back to you and says, "Go ahead."
Could you prove to me that you are not organic?
He reaches down immediately, opens his coat and his shirt underneath it, and opens the interior of his chest to reveal that there is like a mass amount of like wires and machinery and an engine in there.
And he stabs him.
And says, "My entire body is made of machine. The only part of me that was organic at any time was my thought processes, and they have been rendered into an algorithm that runs through a mind that moves faster than you can possibly imagine."
Could I do something similar of opening up my chest?
Yeah.
Alright, I'd completely open up my chest.
So you open the shirt on your coat. You pull you've got flesh nipples and like a yellowy skin.
They
tone,
turn
but
like
you,
a fucking screw. Sorry.
yeah, you unscrew one of them and it unlocks the fucking washer inside of you, so you can just open the doorway and show a series of like blinking lights and metal underneath it. And Cusick takes a half step back, looking over and says, "Zoom type."
And I close it back up. And I look up and I say, I will kill anything.
I believe you. I will invest heavily into you if you wish that.
All right, could I have some up front?
He hesitates and then turns to look one of his attendants and sort of like they move forward and he leans forward and whispers something.
Such a moving performance. He's like, you know what? After a performance like that, yeah, we'll get you
He presents you 3 bricks of gold pressed platinum.
I take them and I say we have a deal.
The rest will be taken to your quarters.
Thank you.
He nods. Have a good party.
And yeah, I just walk away. I leave immediately.
All right.
I want to come back dressed as. No, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back.
You duck out the party and head off?
Yeah.
All right, you leave the party, the VIP section.
And I get my rod back and stuff too.
Yeah, and you head back. Do you head straight to the rails, like home, like air quotes, the place that you're staying, or?
I think I'm gonna wait until the money's transferred over and then go see him.
Fair enough.
The money gets transferred to him.
Mm-hmm.
Elam and Bragg Jr. Hubix comes backstage. Just absolutely draped himself in like, you know, naked Orion's dripping in gold, and he like reaches down and puts a hand on Bragg Jr.'s sweaty head. His like absolutely drenched.
Everyone's just laying there unconscious.
Head. Yeah, you're both like you're both conscious. You just laid there exhausted after everything happened. And Hubix says, if you race nearly half as hard as you fucking party, you boys are in for first place, is all I'm saying.
Nice.
Do you have some more hyper sprays?
And I give him some more amphetamines.
I just want to thank you for putting on a very good VIP show tonight. I'm gonna probably head off now myself. You know, the party's unwinding and I want to go home and get myself a little bit of a good time, you know what I mean? And he winks at both of you.
Can I ask you one thing, Mr. Hin? Well, can I ask you one thing before we leave?
Sure thing, little fella.
Do you know where Neelam is? Neelam.
Milan?
Yes.
He shrugs and gives you like a little smile and says, not really.
Alright, never mind. Just one more favor, right?
One more thing.
One more thing, alright? Just tell us about your pilots, that little Twinkie boy.
Oh.
You mean Griffix?
Yes, Griffix, that's...
Yeah, he's my nephew.
Oh.
What?
I was just gonna say where I see where he gets his looks from.
Oh shit.
He clucks his tongue and looks at the sheets and then sort of like he moves and dismisses his like intendants and sort of comes back down to your guys' level and says, "Listen, you both did me a very big favor today with the performance you just put on. And most people are gonna remember this party for a long time. These things are usually a ball fest. So
You're welcome.
I could talk to Griffix about, you know, maybe going a little easy on you in the race."
Also,
one more thing.
Right. One more thing, right?
Yeah,
our own personalized golf cart.
You could print that out on our own ship.
You drive a hard bargain, but yeah, sure, alright. I actually don't give a fuck at all about them. Yeah, you can take one of my go-karts.
I want it to be specially fitted for me, you know, sort of like a modern train.
Booster seat, and
Yes.
like much higher pedals, so you can actually touch them with your feet.
Yeah. I also want
Yeah, I
to
can
have
do
a
that.
big boombox on it.
You're fucking pushing your luck now. I'm trying to do a nice thing for you, and you're immediately trying to subvert it.
Hey,
You just,
alright, listen, alright, I'm doing a nice thing for you.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He reaches down and flicks your earlobe with his fingertip. You're so fucking lucky that you're adorable. And he stands up again and like gives you both a smile and a little salute and says, "All right, I'm gonna go out." And then someone comes rushing into the room and runs up to him and whispers something in his ear. And he turns to them and like with a little puzzle and says, "Oh fuck me, those monkeys, Christ!" And like leaves like full speed out of the room.
Damn.
Well,
Those monks,
well, Elim, you know what to say, right?
Snoochie Boochie. Oh.
Bragg's rule of acquisition #1. Monkey business is profit business. And then he just passes out.
I just look at him and smile, and I put him in like one of those back baby holder things, like Patrick, and I carry him to the ship.
Oh boy. I feel like our luck is about to end.
Alright, you guys reach the ship again and climb aboard.
Separately, of course, we weren't traveling with,
No, yeah, of course. But let me get
Oh wait, I can get me. Oh, thank you.
There you go. So yeah, you arrive separately. Clank, where are you by the time they come back?
Sitting right in this very room. This room.
Just sitting up against the wall when they come back in. I think actually, so Clank, before they come back, you're sitting here waiting, and the rail comes here.
Oh, the rail
to
comes
collect
here.
his things. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Let me lay out some cyber biscuits.
He is smeared in blood when he arrives in the doorway, and he descends towards you and says, "Brother."
Yes. Hello.
And he begins to climb the ramp. Do you let him into the ship?
So I'm going to make sure that all the organic people
we haven't showed up yet.
Are well out of the way, and I'm going to prepare myself over here by the transporter and lock all the other. Well, he can't open any of the other doors anyways, so I'm gonna let him into this portion of the ship.
He changes his clothing out and puts on the like his normal costume and follows you into the transporter room, and he asks, "So which one did you settle on?"
I give him back all his stuff and I say, what's QSIG?
Was there a sign-on bonus?
Yes, so he gave me up front 3 bricks, and he said that he would be sending the rest to you directly.
You may keep those bricks. Thank you very much. And he puts his hand on your shoulder.
And I say, thank you for your job as well. You've been a big help. I'm glad I met you.
I am glad I met you as well, brother. If you ever need me. Yes, that is plugging.
we plug together and we share all of our memories and feelings and thoughts. I try to give him the ability to not want to murder everything. I try to give him.
But that overtakes you and you turn into a murderer.
Well, we'll see. I mean, give you a little of both.
So, you remember stuff that you shouldn't remember. You remember being a half disassembled positronic brain in the ship that you were found in, which was called the the Cladney. You were in the Cladney. So he was in the Al-Hazim, I think was the name of his ship. So you both intermingle that, and you remember parts, and he remembers parts of being disassembled brains, slowly congregating together, the errors that form in both of you, whether it is physical or code-wise, and the how do I say this lightly? The fact that both of you are abandoned by the machine mothers that made you. The rail was so broken, they didn't even bother to give him skin.
Yeah.
You are an aberrant yourself, but it only turned out later on when they really tested you in, social situations and stuff like that, and they discovered that you had a tendency to stand inside of holograms, or just a lot of strange
Throw
things
books
about
at
you.
people for talking.
Yeah. And you see the crew of the Al-Hazm abandon him essentially here, just drop him off. And his pledge to find money for them and send them along to whatever colony they go to, which is a complicated process. He has like a relay communique set up where he can download a file that is sent to himself to tell him where the colony is, and then he deletes it from his memory and sends it off again in a big ring to come back to him at certain points.
Damn.
And you see in your memory the ship, the Cladney, being destroyed. Do you know why you see it in your memory?
Because I'm the one destroying it.
You destroyed it. You, the captain at the time wasn't Ancilla. It was another Soong-type android whose name was literally just Captain at that point. And you continuously try to harass him into getting a better position in the crew, and especially on the bridge, and he refused you again and again and again and again.
And these are the Rails memories, right? That are now my memories.
These are your memories.
These are my
I'm
memories.
Yeah, he continuously denied you a position on the bridge and denied you command until finally one day you decided that your only opportunity would be elsewhere, and they would refuse to let you go, so you destroyed the Cladney.
Oh, God.
And the intermingling comes to an end. The rail takes a half step back from you, having seen your memories, and says nothing, and turns and leaves.
I think we perfectly understand each other.
And as he comes down the rear to get out of the ship, he passes Elam and Bragg Jr.
Do I see the same look of hatred and murder in his eyes?
No. But you definitely feel that there's a new distance between the two of you that did not exist until you mingled.
Call me sometime.
I just hope I helped him to be able to, exist without murdering things. Do I feel
You do feel that you maybe imparted some kindness into him, but he also restored your memories because you deleted them. You deleted a lot of this content from your person.
Oh, and he restored them? Okay, so that was probably what was all the empty space.
Yeah, there's still a lot of empty space. He didn't bring you back all of the fucking, cultural stuff that you should know, but he gave you more context for why you are the way you are. Alright, Elam, Bragg, you come back. You see the rail wordlessly walk out past you. What do? You're both absolutely fucking exhausted.
Yeah, BJ is currently sleeping on Elam's back right now.
Yeah, he's on my back, and I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be just so kind of still fucked up and in that zone, and be like, it's great seeing you at the party.
He does not respond to you in any way whatsoever, just quietly walking.
Just because, H, he was dressed up I can't tell the difference.
Hey, yo, whoa, hey, yo.
He was so good, even fool me. All right. Spaghetti.
No, they just think it's me. They're like, "Oh, hey, where you going, bud?"
Following him and poking him and stuff. No, I try to walk right past him as polite as possible and get to the ship. And I close the door hastily and I like padlock it. There's like a small padlock on the.
Yeah, there's a very small padlock on the inside.
We've added a completely unnecessary and negligible like addition. Like it already locks. So we just added the.
It's literally just a hazard.
There's not even like a key here. This is a magnetically sealed lock. So like, yeah, you have a padlock on it, but it's just magnetically attached to it.
Click.
Taped on.
Roll the windows up. Anyways.
Oh god.
But yeah, I just try to get past him, and I'm gonna bring myself and BJ to medical. I gotta fucking I gotta regenerate some of my lung tissues, and and I'm gonna make sure BJ's completely hydrated and whatever from all the amphetamines I gave him. He might have a little stress or something from it. I don't know.
I like that BJ actually fits on the beds.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to regenerate my lungs before I go to sleep.
It's easy enough. You don't have to worry too much about that. And you head to bed. You all head to bed.
What a day.
I sit and I stare into the dark like apparition and try and just make out more detail.
Just an android constantly in the bridge, just sitting still, just waiting.
It doesn't move. It doesn't change. It is still very deep, dark, empty hole in space, just staring at you accusingly.
I wish
you feel something when you look at it, but you're not quite sure what it is.
Can you flip me so I'm looking the other way at it?
Could you please flip me?
There you go. Alright, is there anything else that anyone wants to do for the session before I call it?
I think this has been a great session.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking hilarious that you guys just did a music performance in a session that had no need for it and no desire.
We didn't get caught. We didn't get caught.
We gotta pick up that garbage can.
Yeah, let me talk about that for a moment. So, you get a message, Clank, on the commuters on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
That is from the EVI salvagers.
Wait, did I get bars or bricks? I'm sorry.
3 bricks.
Okay. Okay, so the EVI, you said?
Yeah, the salvagers, the monkey boys.
Mm-hmm.
They are sending you a message, an active communication right now. Do you open it?
I look to the left and to the right. And I open it, and I turn the volume way down.
Hey, boss. You see Boomer there. He's looking a little worse for wear. He's been beat up and maybe cut a little bit, but like he's on the bridge of a ship that's unrecognizable to you. And he's like, "Hey, boss. It's a secure channel, so nothing to worry about the anyone listening in. Happy to say, mission end slavery went completely well. We got a lot of slaves out. In fact, there was an alarm that went off at Goldclaw's bank and a bunch of other places, so it was practically undefended when we got there.
Fantastic. Were there any casualties?
A couple slaves. He pauses softly and sort of like looks off into the distance. In remote.
I take off my hair like a hat and hold it to my chest.
You immediately scalp yourself and hold it to your chest. And he like nods in respect, appreciating that. Yeah, remote was a good. He was a good man. He was a good man. But he didn't deserve it.
How did it happen?
Ubix got him in the back as we got onto the transport. He stayed behind to get as many of the slaves out as possible.
Was it fast?
extremely not fast. No, he used a kind of forbidden pistol that makes you burn from the inside out extremely slowly.
Oh.
It's banned in most places in the Alpha Quadrants. At least that's what I heard.
Oh no.
Anyway, I called to apologize about something.
About what?
He lifts into the frame the garbage can full of platinum.
Well, how much you get?
About 500 bricks.
Well, use it wisely, I suppose.
Yeah, we're gonna invest it into something, boss, and we're gonna come back and repay you tenfold when we get a chance to. All right?
And I say, you think that's cool? Look at this, and I show him the 3 bricks that I got.
Oh, hey, 3 bricks,
Hell
yeah,
yeah! And I give a thumbs up.
Gives you a thumbs. He tries to do this handshake through the screen and then realizes and bumps his
It's just
knuckles
great.
against the glass.
I put the money away and I look around left and right to make sure that Craig Jr. hasn't smelled it.
He definitely stirred in his bed when he was half asleep, just momently softly whispering to himself.
And also, imagine that his ears tingled as well. And also, can we have a little morning segment because there's something I want to do with the
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Boomer does sort of lean forward again into the thing. He says, "There was one more thing. I want to kind of warn. There's some of the slaves said there was in pens in the. Anyway.
Oh no.
And
I say, BJ, get in here, BJ. Get in here,
the communication just cuts off.
The correct response would be BJ to the bridge.
BJ to the bridge, right the fuck now.
BJ still shit faced, right?
I'm fucking okay. I drag BJ out of the bed.
I did give BJ everything he needed to like not be shit faced or hungover or whatever.
And I say, open up the most recent comm. Get me a comm. I push him into the seat.
Open, yeah. Yeah, no. There you go, boss. Then he opens the absolute lastest, log, log.
There's definitely a ship meant to receive the stuff that you sent. Like, it hasn't been destroyed. However, it is just too far out of range, or something in the Shackleton Expanse's like sour space has disrupted communications. It's gone.
And I say, it was Boomer or something. They were trying to warn us.
They're probably inside a nebula or something.
Well, fix it.
Fix it.
I need to calm with it. Make it work. Eel him to the bridge. Eel him to the bridge.
I walk in with like the onesie and like the hat. It's like all blue with the stripes and the, I have my bunny slippers on.
Captain, is something wrong? Asks a computer as he emerges from the bank room.
We were getting a warning from remote. They said Boomer died. But there was a warning for us. But communication broke
up. He sort of taps away and then says, "Yes, they're probably in some kind of nebula, Captain."
Fix it.
That's what I said.
Oh, that is what Diamond Black Jr. said. I cannot fix the laws of reality, Captain.
How can we get in communication with them?
We can, or Avnadir, right? We can ask that Q again, right?
Who? Q? What? That god we found that one time?
What actually happened? What actually happened when we met him?
Just pray to Q and see if he shows up, Brad. Go ahead.
Q, are you here?
just shout out for a Q randomly.
Q, Mark Twain.
Fucking Picard at the end of his wits.
Q, I will be your friend. I will be your friend, Q.
We're just watching him desperately beg.
He's had a long night, I say to Clank.
It's a computer, data.
Yes,
data.
Yes, Damon Bragg Jr.
Bragg Jr., thank you. Is there any Did something happen to the signal I told you to keep an eye on?
No, Damon Bragg Jr. It's repeating again.
And there's absolutely no change in anything.
No, Damon Bragg Jr. If there was a change, I would have told you.
Come on, keep begging for Q to show up.
Q.
Is this all you want from me? Can I go back to my quarters?
Anyways, and he starts, to type, to type to Amala, that famous, trying to get your attention.
He sends her the clips of his performance.
Yeah, send on fucking iPhones.
She sends back that she's more of a traditional Klingon. She prefers opera, but
well, he had
seems
quite
like
an
it was a
he
pretty
had quite an
good
operatic,
5-hour performance. Why is this 40-minute section named Elam Solo?
Well, I think you will, and I think, and then I was probably typed, she would like the last thing, where it was basically just a big opera,
All right,
Big
she
Oprah.
watches the last. She watches the last thing. Amala is in like a private quarters on the station somewhere, sort of smiling gently to herself in the darkness as it plays a video of you singing to like a bunch of horrible aristocratic slavers and arena owners, and she thinks it's cute.
And then I also send her, I still have your metallic smiley face, XD, winky, winky
Um,
face.
she thinks this is also cute, and she expresses it in the only way Klingon knows how, and she calls you pathetic and wishes you a good night.
Have an honorable rest.
Clank.
I stare at him silently.
Clank, I know that you're a positronic android, right?
Yes.
I will tell you one thing, alright? I will tell you one thing that you will absolutely need to know about life.
Could you tell me a little louder, please?
I want you to know rule number 50 of acquisition things, right? By the
King,
Grand
what letter?
Negasec, right? Number 50, never bluff a Klingon. And my friends, this is the opposite of bluffing, am I right?
I start playing "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees.
And then it start doing the same dance again on my chair.
He still got it.
Yeah, he still got it.
Now is it over? Was that the thing you wanted to do, Christian?
Yeah, I know there's where there's a slow fade of the ship, where you see through the cockpit window him
Dancing in a silhouette.
Yeah, and then it slowly fades away from the ship with the BGs, then credits.
No, it rolls over and there's a fucking
This episode ends as the credits begin slowly coming in. This episode ends with a small still frame of remote, just saying "in memory of remote," and then it's the star date underneath it.
Oh.
This episode dedicated to our brave Eva I fighters.
Did all of them die?
Nope,
just remote. And Itchy told us it was fucking not remote. He said, I just talked to remote. Puma died or something.
He did do that. Next time on Star Canoes.
The rail personality takes over, and Clank murders a family.
Elam decides it would be a good way to wash the money by investing in a local laundromat.
Elam finally embraces the race by getting himself a sporty new custom leather jacket.
Bragger soon realized he was a one-hit wonder, and then decided to make children's song for the rest of his life.
Named the Briggles.
Yeah.
Clank Bunderson tells BJ that they didn't get the spider full of latinum, and that the monkeys took it with the slaves, and it had 500 bricks bricks in it.
That really
BJ
has
fucking dies. He just dies immediately when you do that.
Yeah,
On cycle 7191, Lanta the Keeper says, I warn you to stay away from the resting place of wise Hangdar Tuferi, whose rule brought the heavens justice. Any who enter are doomed to be cursed forever until their death, and punished in the world beyond for the entertainment of the holy arrangement of emperors. Absolutely not diverting from the script at all in any way
I
whatsoever.
turn it off before I go to bed. I finally turned it off. I just fucking like an alarm clock. I just hit a button really quick because as I was walking past from being in I could hear him through the holodeck, and I just shut it off.
Yeah, so, Bragg, feeling so fucking big, bold, he just takes the, big as sassy walk, slow as sassy walk from The Sims, and just walks, and just walks past, Clank, looking at him, sly little eyes. And he winks the slopes, probably. But first through the door.
I did put saxophone bagpipes in my fucking equipment.
Yeah, I put the ukulele. I put the high-tech ukulele in mine. and then he just, and then he goes into his room, does a little flip into his bed, and good night to him. And just lays there, with his, arms behind his head.
Just get rid of the lantern now that he's gone. All right, I thought that was fun. Remember, guys, to do your logs right now, your log entries. List any values you used during this mission.
Fucking remote.
Remote is dead, sadly.
I don't want that. So what can we call this mission?
It's a good question. What do you want this mission to be called?
I think you call
wait.
What about 1,000 shining platinum stars?
The mission still isn't over. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna say the mission is over right now. This is so yeah. You can finally finish up this mission, and the next one's gonna be the race, because you're about to hit the race.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it 1,000 platinum stars too.
What is this station called?
The Rookery.
Do you think I can put like a plus on the entertaining?
Yeah, you can put a plus there.
Yeah, but so if you didn't use any traits, for example, like cowardly, brave, or poverty, do it just
leave them blank.
All right. Excellent. So 1,000 platinum stars was pretty good mission though. Did pretty well, not gonna lie. You know that Bragg probably performed the Umox on himself. Was in there.
That's why I got kicked off a stage.
I can't believe we started off with yeah, you go out there and say fucking the worst slurs imaginable to a crowd, and ended with the entire room has lights in the air, it's pitch black, and they're all singing along with "Hey Jude."
Yeah. Yeah, because remember when it started with fucking, it started with fucking Skrillex.
It all started with Skrillex.
Then turned into a fucking, power ballad. Probably like, nothing else matters.
It turned into fucking lately I've been.
Yeah, but yeah, this was fun campaign. This was fun, mission,
This is a great mission.
Yeah.
Fucking great, guys.
What a wild fucking What a wild session with a huge diversion in the middle of it. To fucking... Yeah. The next session, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Nope, nice try. You'll do the race. You'll finally get to do the race.
Yes, nice. So during the races, I'm just gonna sit in his fucking room being grumpy.
I'm just gonna be bitching the entire time. I'm not even gonna sit on the ship because like maybe my weight will, add an effect to it.
Yeah, you're probably just gonna sit on the fucking patio chair,
I'm gonna force my way into the announcer booth. I'm gonna be like, I was with BJ the DJ. They call me 40-minute Elam.
That was a fucking great audio background to listen to.
Which one? The jazz? The space jazz?
No, what? Oh, the space ambience one that you sent.
Oh yeah.
You'll have an opportunity to do something in the thing, Elm. Like it's meant to be sort of a tutorial on how to do space combat and stuff like that.
For what?
If we ever get into it. The race, it's meant to be sort of a tutorial.
Oh, alright, yeah.
So I definitely think you'll have opportunities to do stuff on the ship.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't mean it like in a bad way.
No, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you...
I'm just role-playing over here. I don't... Why do we... What's the point of racing?
Or I have a great fucking, plot of that happening, right? We go into this nebula, right? And then we get stuck in the Delta Quadrant. And then we meet the Voyager, and we become
watching
the Voyager.
Be watching Voyager.
I don't want
to go enjoy your food.
It was a very fun time, very good session.
Yes.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Christ alive, what a sesh.
Listen, sometimes you gotta perform, alright?
I hope we're gonna use
it. Do a 40-minute solo on the bagpipes and it actually banged.
I love how it worked out. It's like, hey, we fuck up, and it's but that's the fuck up you need. It takes all this time, but the whole time, fucking, just imagine this tiny fucking Ferengi behind me just dancing his fucking heart out. The whole 40-minute solo, he's just fucking going crazy, doing every Ferengi move that's ever been in the book.
Just freaking out. Just fucking crumping like his life depended on it.
Yeah. It probably started with BJ saying something, really fucking offensive.
Really offensive.
Exceptionally offensive is what that set started out with.
Yeah, I call it all the fucking, Orion's got them, plant matter.
Oh.
Greenies.
Green skins, orcs, ogres.
Holy shit, what up, my orcs?
Oh no. Alright, I suppose it's bedtime.